Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard. This is Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, and Enter Sandman's happening now. Live from Lane Stadium on the campus of Virginia Polytechnic Institute in Blacksburg. This is Old Dominion University football. Tonight, the seventh meeting between the Old Dominion University Monarchs and the Hokies of Virginia Tech. The Monarchs come in at 1-1, a loss at number 20, Indiana, and a win over FCS North Carolina Central. Meanwhile, the Hokies stand 0-2 after losing to 13th-ranked South Carolina. And last week on this very field, they fell to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. They're 0-2, and the fans here are grumpy, and that's one of the storylines coming in. In this seventh meeting, can the Monarchs take advantage of a wounded Hokie team and send them deeper into despair? We'll find out in the next 3 hours or so. I'm Ted Alexander, Andy McShaw alongside James Witham down on the field, Richie Somerville in our Monarch MD studios. And Andy, here we go. Here we go.
I think they were singing something. Did you catch that?
I don't know the lyrics, but I just love the event.
Yeah, it's a show unlike any other in college sports, man. You got to love it.
James Witham on the sidelines. You're experiencing this closer to it than we are, and perhaps singing along. What do you notice down there experiencing this firsthand? Oh, he can't hear anything down there. We'll get
Hold
back.
on, I'm back.
Oh, there
I'm
you
here.
Go. What do you think,
yeah,
James?
It's very difficult to hear down here right now. Everybody's singing. It's crazy, but you know what? We got to go with the Cobra Kai mantra tonight. No mercy for the Hokies, dude. Strike first, strike hard. If this game starts the same way the Indiana game starts, the vibe's going to be completely different than it was in week one. Let's go.
Tonight's game is presented by Mission Barbecue. Whether you're going to the stadium or watching the game at home, tailgate parties start at Mission Barbecue. Homemade and handcrafted, no freezers or microwaves ever. Call ahead or order online, and they'll have your pickup packs ready for you before kickoff. Visit mission-bbq.com for more info. That's mission-bbq.com. Mission Barbecue, the American way. Teams are on their sidelines, and the captains are on the VT, and they've gone through the coin toss thing, and we will receive, and the Monarchs offense will have an opportunity here. Old Dominion, Hudson blue helmets, white jerseys, white pants. The Hokies, the maroon helmets with the VT on it, the maroon tops, and the white pants. And it should be on a beautiful Saturday night here. Interesting to see if the Monarchs, whose mission all week long has been to prepare for the first quarter, if they can take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, and interesting, watch them during practice. They had the music cranked up. They usually have music, but it was cranked loud. They had crowd noise pumping through speakers that they put
right behind the quarterback.
Right behind Colton Joseph and the quarterbacks, just right in his ears to get used to this, to get communication set so they know what to expect out here.
The thing is, here's the deal. You play well, you get first downs, you take a lead, you get off the field on third down defensively, and you won't have to worry about music or noise or anything because these people are ready to fold their tents. The Monarchs need to give them that chance.
They are, and this is a huge game for them because right now, we just said, is it we played a good team and played a really bad half, or is it we have major problems and we're going downhill in a hurry?
Kyle Lowe is wearing the number 25 jersey. It's in honor of former head coach Frank Beamer. That's the number he wore at Tech, and it goes for all the intangibles and character on all that. And Kyle Lowe is 7 for 7 this season in touchbacks and kickoffs, and this is a high end-over-end kick that's heading toward the end zone to our right. It'll hit the R in Virginia Tech. Monarchs will let it bounce. Touchback, 1st and 10, Old Dominion from the 25-yard line. The first half, first two for Virginia Tech have been pretty good. That game in Atlanta against a good South Carolina team was a battle in that first half, and they had a lead at the half against Vandy 1 week ago. but it was the second half where the wheels started wobbling for Brent Pry's Clean. So here we go. The Sun Belt Conference Offensive Player of the Week, Traquan Jones, stands to the left of redshirt freshman quarterback Colton Joseph, the 6'2", 200-pound redshirt sophomore, I should say, out of Newport Beach, California. Monarchs moving right to left. Ball on the near hash mark. Here we go. 1st and 10 from Lane Stadium.
Like to use a lot of single high safety, which can get opportunities for these receivers.
Brown and Naeem to the far side, and the flag is down, and they hand it off to Traquan Jones, and he gets himself 5 yards straight up the gut. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, the way that came in right at the snap, usually it's either somebody in the neutral zone or an illegal formation.
Daryl DeBerry is our referee here tonight.
The linemen are having a discussion amongst themselves.
Jones got about 5 yards on that first down carry. The discussion continues. So I guess no flag or anything, and that sounded like someone opened a water spigot, not the ref mic, but we'll move on.
No flag for an illegal formation. That's what he said.
Thank you, James. James doing a wonderful job translating here in the early going. 2nd and 5 for Old Dominion from their own 30-yard line. Just underway. Initial drive of this contest between the Monarchs and the Hokies. 7th time they've met. Hokies have a 4-2 advantage. Joseph in the shotgun has the snap. Turns, hands the ball off to Jones. He's going to the far side, looking to turn it upfield. He does, but for a short 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up from the 32-yard line. Nice job stringing it out by that Hokie defense.
Yeah, that's Caleb Woodson, the middle linebacker. That guy covered a lot of ground really quickly to get over there and make that hit. Tyson Flowers, the safety, came up, but Woodson came from the other side of the formation.
Hokie defense gave up 47% third down makes to Vanderbilt a week ago. They've done that poorly this season. Monarchs, a first third down here. 3rd and 2+. Need to get to the 35. Colton Joseph will keep it, and he'll go down short of the first down at the 33. Good defense there from the Hokies. Coming through, busting through to make the play is Kamari Copeland, the defensive lineman from Virginia Beach.
From Virginia Beach. Yeah, and that was a big play because he stayed at home, fended off the block, and was able to make that tackle. He was about the only guy that could have made that tackle before the first down.
Ian Brandt's been averaging 45 yards a kick. He's had 9 punts this season. He's ready to put his right leg into this one. Back to receive for Old Dominion for Virginia Tech is Tucker Holloway. Snap is a good one. Brandt, a high end-over-end kick. Holloway grabs at his own 25-yard line, makes the first man miss after the 30, pushed out at the 33-yard line, and that's where Kyron Drones and the Hokies will begin their first offensive series in a scoreless ball game here in Blacksburg.
You just saw 2 of the stars for this Hokie defense, like Kamari Copeland and Caleb Woodson making plays right there. Now, Copeland missed all of last year with an injury, so he did not play against Old Dominion last year.
Kyron Drones, a 6'2", 235-pound redshirt senior from Houston, Texas. 50% of his passes, averages 177 yards a game, 62 yards rushing this season. The dual threat guy. He starts with a 1st and 10 from his own 33. Ball on the far hash mark as they move left to right in this first quarter. Drones, 1-step drop, fires, pass, deflected, incomplete.
That's
Frink
play.
is making the start here tonight.
He was questionable too because he's still working on off of a couple of injuries. Alessandro in there as well. The length.
8 instead of 6. You're right, Andy.
But Frink is started.
Yep.
That was a question mark too.
From the 33, 2nd and 10 for the Hokies. Snap is good, and he'll turn and fake the pass or the handoff, throw the pass. Short gain at the 35-yard line. Nice completion over there, but right on the case for Old Dominion.
That's Alessandro again, who got in there. He didn't make the tackle, but he was going for the breakup and slowed him down enough for the cavalry to show up.
Here we go, 3rd down. Can the Monarchs get off the field on 3rd down? They're giving up opponents 41% 3rd down offerings this season.
Cavalry being Jolio Colbreth.
They need to get to the 43-yard line. The ball is on the 37.
4 down set for the Monarchs.
Drones, 1-step drop, pumps, fires, pass, caught short of the sticks. Caught out there by Donovan Green. And we'll see what happens with a 4th and 2 coming up.
There's going to be a decision here.
Hey, if I'm Brent Pry, I go for it.
I think they are. I don't see any movement from the sidelines. Their offense is staying put.
I mean, what are they going to do? Fire him?
Well, hold on.
What will he do?
He's going to punt. Or he's going to line up the punt.
Line up to punt. That means Nick Veltsistis, redshirt senior from Fairfax.
Keep your eyes open here if you're on defense.
Yep.
The Monarchs should be in punt safe here. It's still Blacksburg.
Maim Abdul-Rahim Gladding stands on his 15-yard line. Had a little bit of difficulty sometimes against the punting of North Carolina Central. And what are we doing now? Delay of game.
Yeah, he took too long to make the decision.
Drones is at the numbers, but they're going to keep Veltsistis on the field, I believe.
A 4th and 2 is one thing. Now it's 4th and 11.
And Gladding will move to his 20-yard line. So each defense gets a 3rd down stop. Neither team can move the chains. And here's the punt. Oh, they get in there close. Block 2. Beautiful punt. Turns over. Gladding from his 18-yard line goes straight up the gut across the 20 to the 25. He'll be brought down at the 26-yard line. And that is where the Monarchs will begin their second drive. 12:07 to play in our first quarter here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Old Dominion nothing, Virginia Tech nothing. Now this from Team Monarch partner Pepsi. Pepsi, now that's what I like. So, Andy, the getting to know you section, each team's offense comes out and doesn't get the 10 yards. The defense ready to rock and roll, and now it's time to get down to business.
Interesting. They didn't try to run it one time in that first initial drive, and the Monarchs put 4 defensive linemen down on that 3rd down to get pressure on Drones because they hadn't been able to do that yet. And that's an interesting switch because most of the time they do not do that. They may send a linebacker from the edge, but they don't line up with 4 guys with a hand in the grass like that.
Monarchs haven't been much with the sacks the last couple of years, and it would be great. You don't even have to come up with the sacks itself. Just get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, that's
Make
the
him
thing.
think about you.
Drones' accuracy goes downhill quickly when he's got guys in his face. But it's a line because if you get too far after him and he escapes, he will kill you on his legs.
No score here in Blacksburg, the Monarchs and Virginia Tech. ODU's football has a bye week next week. Next home game will be 2 weeks from tonight when the Liberty Flames come to Cornblau Field at SV Ballard Stadium. And at every home football game this season, ODU will honor a wounded warrior or hometown hero. These veterans and first responders will be saluted on the field before each game. Our honorary captain program is presented by Window World of Tidewater. Window World, providing American-made products installed by professional craftsmen at guaranteed low prices. So we'll look forward to seeing you when the Monarchs return home 2 weeks from tonight to take on Liberty. We'll find out the kickoff time for that game Monday. And we'll also figure out, hey, if the Monarchs happen to get a win here and Liberty keeps winning, that might be, who knows where the television will be on that. But stay tuned to ODU social media pages and ODUsports.com to figure that out.
Couple of interesting points there. That first possession by the Hokies, they did not even attempt to run it. It's 3 straight passes. Monarchs played pretty good defense. They went after Alessandro. But on that 3rd down, the Monarchs put a 4th lineman down. They usually always go with 3 linemen down, and then they'll switch up the linebackers and D-backs. But they had 4 straight linemen, 4 guys were down with a hand in the grass trying to get pressure on Drones, which is something they have struggled to do this season so far.
As the Monarchs switch to offense, something we haven't seen all season, and that's Devin Roche. He is to the right of Colton Joseph. He, the 5'7", 172-pound redshirt sophomore from Baltimore. 1st and 10, Old Dominion from the 26. High snap juggled by Colton Joseph, but he gathers, comes near side, looking for Jakari Thomas, and it is incomplete at the 30. Oh, a battle down there into Hokie territory, and Jakari almost came down with it.
He had it. I think he had both hands on it and then hit the ground and could not reel it in. Yeah, he lost it when he hit the ground.
When he hit the ground. Now, that was a high snap, a dangerous one there.
Yeah, that was interesting because they had two H-backs, essentially two tight ends in the backfield. It was a big set, jumbo set, and the plan was to take a shot against this man coverage. They got what they wanted.
2nd down and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Monarchs moving right to left. Again, a play-action pass over the middle. Pass caught. 1st down, Old Dominion at the 38-yard line. That pass right on the money to Trey Brown.
I said, this is what I thought would happen. Again, single high safety. They have one safety back deep. They're walking the rest of the defense up. The RPOs are going to be there, just like that one was. The glance routes, if those receivers can get inside leverage, get their body in between the defender and the quarterback, there's no safety to help to come over the top. That route could be there all night long.
Joseph with Roche to his left. In front of him to his left is Jalen Butler. And they'll turn and they'll hand the ball off to Roche, who bounces it to the far side. 40, 45. First carry of the year goes for about 6 or 7 yards for Devin Roche, known for the speediness and the leg power.
And when they do have the other safety back, that's what happens. You get the edge, you have less guys in the box, you get the running game going. This is exactly what they want this offense to do right now.
2nd down and 3 from their own 45-yard line. First quarter score, no score here between Old Dominion and the Hokies. Just under 11 minutes to play in our opening 15-minute bucket.
Back to single high safety here again.
Claps the hands, hands it to Roche. Roche picks his way across the 45, maybe a yard there. 3rd and 3 coming up. Had a 3rd and 3 the last series. Andy couldn't get it. We'll see what happens this time around.
I think they were trying to sneak one that time. Make the Hokies think they were going to throw it and sneak it up the middle for the quick yardage.
Quick snap. Roche takes the handoff. Going nowhere, but the ball's on the ground. Fumbled. Recovered by the Hokies. Picked up by the defender, Ben Bell. Turnover, Old Dominion.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that one. You got your smallest back in there in short yardage. I think if you're going to do that, you got to get either Hargrove or James in there, who are over 200 pounds. I don't know if you want your 160-pound back on 3rd down and 2.
So not only do you not get the 1st down, you turn the ball over on your own 48-yard line. So with the ball right in the middle of the T of VT in the middle of the field, the Hokies get the first break here. After the Monarchs picked up their first down of this contest, Virginia Tech gets the ball in plus territory.
Tyson Flowers, safety, he came down and met Roche right in the hole, one-on-one, and just got the ball.
And here we go, Drones again trying to pass. Going deep, ball down the middle, it's overthrown and incomplete. Looking deep down the field right there for Aiden Green, but way too far, and he was well covered as well.
Yeah, he's their leading receiver. That was pretty good coverage on the outside. Safety coming over the top, and Drones overthrew him by about 8 yards or so.
Green again to the near side. Split out that way with Cameron Selden. No running plays yet for the Hokies. A 2nd and 10 for Kyron Drones from the 48. Here's the first running play. They hand the ball off and taking it east and west, and finally brought down there after a short gain. Is Marcellus Hawkins, and he tried to get something going, but when he turned it up, too many Monarchs there.
Yeah, plugged the hole, then he tried to bounce it to the outside. Good job, Jerome Carter coming down at run support to string that thing out. That's a lot of open field in a one-on-one situation, but he got him.
All right, here we go. You race the turnover if you can get this stop on a 3rd and 10. They need to get to the Monarch 38-yard line. Ball's on the ODU 48. Drones is looking near side. Now he's looking up the middle. Now he's going to go down with a high val, jacked up sack at the 40. Swarmed upon by the Monarch defense.
Big time play. There's a lot of coverage on that play as well. Colbreth in there.
How about that?
I think it was him that actually got the sack. Just check and see. A couple of different guys in there.
And here comes another punt.
Trinidad was in the bottom of that pile as well. But, yeah, he tried to get a quick release on that towards the sidelines. It just wasn't there.
This punt is a beautiful floater. Gladding makes the fair catch, or not a fair catch, but he's taken down as soon as he makes the grab at the 12-yard line. So the Monarchs avoid disaster after the Devin Roche third down fumble at midfield, and the defense gets a sack, and we've got a flag down at the Hokie 49. See how horrible this ref might sound.
Yeah, it was not a good opening for the ref, Mike.
No, we aren't going to be holding against Old Dominion. So here comes the Monarch offense. Got a first down last time, but fumbled it.
You got to have some confidence, though, because they're being able to move it. It's not
Sure.
like they've been shut down here.
And we're going to see a timeout on the field with 8:54 to go in our first quarter. Still no score. Each team has had a couple of opportunities. Monarchs turned it over, but the Hokies could not take advantage. 0-0 from Blacksburg. This is the ODU Sports Network.
Looked like that was Javen Gibson on the sack, by the way.
Well, yeah, I was just looking. We got extra linemen that have not done much. That are
Yeah, they've
flowing
been,
in here now.
Yeah, they've been testing the depth for sure.
Gibson, Malecki, Forbes, all those guys are in there and they're not on the 2 deep. So,
Oh, yeah. Of course.
but I mean, they're using that depth, which is good.
Right.
More importantly, it's defensive linemen getting the pressure.
No, I love that play on third down. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of that.
All right, James, are we in the right pot for that ref, Mike, or are they just terrible?
Yeah, James, what's the deal with the ref? Our ref mic's horrible here, folks. We're trying to make adjustments.
I was told that they had major problems with it last week, so I was warned. I just didn't think it would be that bad.
Maybe we just wait and see if we can pick it up over the PA.
Here's what we do. Yeah, James, could you text Eric?
I'm doing that right now. Yeah.
Thank you. Basically, we have to tell somebody who's not here to try and fix the ref mic. Monarchs and Hokies from Blacksburg. Ted Alexander, Andy Michaud, James Witham on the field, Richie Somerville well east of here. And wherever you may be on this Saturday night, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a special night. It's a special place for so many different reasons. I mean, truth be told, when you're covering a team like I was for WTKR in 99 and they take you to New Orleans for the National Championship Super Bowl, the Hokies did that for me way back when. My daughter ended up coming here. But, boy, you want to beat their brains in whenever you get a chance because they're the big brother and you're the little brother. And when that happened in 2018, Andy, it was a huge, monumental, biggest win in the history of Old Dominion football. And you'd like to do it again and again and again. First down, Monarchs from their own 6.5-yard line, moving right to left. The running back is Traquan Jones. And a play-action pass from Joseph. Steps up, looking over the middle. Has a man. Pass, caught, one-handed. What a great play by Ja'Cory Thomas. Gets a block across the 40, 45, 46. Oh, what a play, Ja'Cory Thomas. The one-hander.
Boy, that was. I mean, that ball was a little high, a little in front of him. It's a great play. It's a scissor route combination because Gladding went outside. They crossed with him. They got the defenders a little mixed up. Left-handed. Over the middle of the field, one hand brings it in.
Mark it at the 45. Joseph now running for his life. Comes near side. Can he get the edge? Turns the hips. Tries to wing the ball. Pass. Caught at the Hokie 45. That's Trey Brown coming all the way across the field. And what a throw from Joseph.
The Monarchs are going to send a big old thank you card to Hutchinson Community College before this thing is over.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Blue Dragons, I believe, and two of their best receivers are two of the best receivers for the Monarchs right now.
Monarchs into Hokie territory. First down from the Virginia Tech 45-yard line, moving right to left. Ball on the near hash mark. Joseph, couple of great completions, helped out by his wide receivers. They bring Butler into the flex tight end position, send Gladding to the far side along with Brown. You've got Thomas on the near side. The running back is Traquan Jones, and he'll take the ball, and he'll wind his way through the middle. Good yardage on first down for Traquan Jones. Gets about 7 inside the 40 to the 39.
They're just reading the safeties. They are reading the defense and making adjustments. That was a run look. Safeties were back a little bit, so you get the handoff. You get 4 or 5 yards on that. Safeties come up a little bit. You got the pass look.
2nd down and 4 for the Monarchs.
This is more of a run look right now.
This is their deepest penetration into Hokie territory. Remember, they turned it over last time. Here, they hand it off to Jones. Open water on the far side, inside the 25 to the 20, 15, down to the 12-yard line. Traquan Jones, so quick through the line, and then he creates his own space.
Well, they snuck a blitz up. Right after I say this is more of a run look, the other safety started to creep down and tried to blitz. I think it was Sherrod Coville. He blitzed right past the running lane, and it was a huge hole because he was on the outside.
Here we go. Joseph rolling to the far side, pointing, wings it toward the pylon. Pass is incomplete, and a flag goes down at the 18.
That's not quite in the holding range. I don't know what that might be.
I can't imagine it being anything good for Old Dominion.
Looks like Joseph's pointing the other way, though.
That would be a good sign. See if Scratchy has anything. Nope.
Hands to the face.
Thank you, James. Please translate.
Hands to the face defense.
Wow. And that'll be an automatic first down. And it'll be 1st and goal, Old Dominion. Monarchs trying to get on the board first here with 6:37 to play in the quarter.
Half the distance. And this offense looks sharp right now. Joseph looks really good. He looks in control. The noise is not bothering them. The practice worked.
6'5", Sidney Mbanassor stacked up on the far side.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
With Butler. See if they fade it. Little corner pattern to him. You've got Gladding and Thomas to the near side. The running back is Markai James to the right of Colton Joseph. He's got the snap. Hands it to him and keeps it. Joseph keeps it. 5, dives, touchdown Old Dominion. Colton Joseph keeps it himself. Another quick-handed fake to Markai James. Colton goes near side and gets the Monarchs on the board.
That's the read option. Now, that time, short yardage, they put Markai James in there, 206 pounds, the biggest back they've got, and it's just a read option. He read the end collapsing down, pulled it, took it himself, and the speed again, he beat him to the corner. You know Brent Pry is preaching all week long. He even said that earlier in the week, that guy kind of scares me a little bit, and it was the speed to the corner. You cannot underestimate the speed Joseph has in the open field.
Monarchs come out in the, what do you call this, Andy? I mean, it's we'll never run a play from this formation ever, but we have to make it look, because we're looking for a look from the defense, so maybe we go for 2. They didn't get the look. Now they go in, and we all come to our senses, and they kick an extra point, right?
That's a long version of it, but yeah, that's the formation.
That's right. Doesn't take that long in the huddle. Here's Callahan for the extra point. It's down, and the kick is through, and the Monarchs have taken a 7-0 lead here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg with 6.5 to go in our first quarter. James had to look pretty good from your angle down there.
Yeah, this team is just really fired up, and it's been a complete domination from the start. And I mean, the kind of start that we were talking about beforehand. If you can, punch these guys in the mouth early, and even though there's only 7 points on the board, there's been a lot of punching in the mouth going on so far.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get anything going offensively. The Monarchs got a sack. They've pushed them backwards. They've yet to get first down, I think. And then that drive, I mean, that's 93-yard drive, 224 in 5 plays. Joseph, 2 for 2, and 2 really good throws, and then he caps it off himself, and a pretty good chunk of yardage on the run, too. In the middle of that, by Jones, picking right up where he left off from last week. Big hole, breaks a couple of tackles, and almost got it in himself.
What's your drive summary look like, Andy? Do you have those numbers?
Yeah, he said 5 plays, 93 yards,
okay.
244, 48 on the 48 through the air, 2 for 2 for Joseph, 39 on the ground.
I love the idea of stopping Virginia Tech after the turnover and making that turnover from less expensive.
Yeah. And you heard, I mean, this crowd's getting antsy. It's almost like they're waiting for a reason. I mean, there's pitchforks around. They're waiting for a reason to start sharpening them. Now you can't let off here, of course.
Yakovlev, high end over end kick. It will be fielded at the 2-yard line. Hokies across the 10, 15, 20, diving to the 26-yard line is Prelu. And Prelo.
Is that another flag? Yes. That might be a block in the back on the Hokies.
PJ Prelo. Another Virginian playing for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a block in the back.
Yep, good call, Andy. Block in the back against Virginia Tech. And those are the types of little mistakes here and there that are paper cuts. And the paper cuts can add up because, again, you put your offense at a disadvantage here. They'll start this drive from their own 13-yard line. Down 7-0. Monarchs just went 93 yards with a touchdown drive that resulted in a Colton Joseph touchdown run. And they lead at 7-0 with 6:26 to play in the first.
That was a block in the back forced by good coverage because one of the outside guys is flying down there and outraced the blockers. By the time he got over there, the only thing he could do was push him in the back.
Drones is going to hand it off. Off right tackle. Lots of room. And a lot of room down the near side. 30. Brought down. Oh, my. Out at the 38-yard line. Busting for quick yards. Best play of the night. Terrion Stewart, the grad student from Bowling Green.
Yeah, he got through that hole in a hurry. It was a big hole, but the best move was on the outside edge. Thought about cutting it up, but instead cut it to the outside, read the blocks well, and picked up extra yardage after.
Out to the 39-yard line. Hokies with their best offensive play. Can they build on it? Again, you hand it off. Again, the same play. Again, some yardage for Stewart, who's out to the 44.
Yeah, it's almost, like you said, it's almost that same play.
5'9", 222, the Memphis, Tennessee native. Give him 5 on the first down carry. 2nd and 5 for the Hokies. Down 7-0 here with 5:25 to play in the first. Ball's on the Virginia Tech 44-yard line, near hash mark. Maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, white pants for the Hokies, moving left to right. Bring a man in motion. Drones has it, and he's going to keep it himself this time. Here's first running play, slides at midfield. That'll be enough for the first down. Yeah. Or will it? Oh, they say he started the slide, and it's going to be 3rd down.
I announced first down, but the sticks say otherwise. And now they're going to have a timeout for the officials. They're going to come in and have a discussion about this.
I think he got the first down and just a crummy spot. And again, it's where does he start the whole sliding thing? And I know it's a safety issue, but boy, I thought he might be on the Monarch 49. It's the Hokie 48. 3rd down and 1 for Virginia Tech. About the 48.5-yard line. Need to get to the 49. And they quarterback sneak it in a pile right there in front of us. And it's not a World Series winning championship pile, but it's enough for a first down for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot, but he got enough.
Isaiah Spencer in at wide receivers, flanked to the far side. 3 wide receivers to the far, 1 to the near on a first down play, and Drones will hand it off. And diving forward, decent yardage there. This time the running back is PJ Prelude. And they'll give him 4 yards to the Monarch 46.
These are 2 teams with a pretty good stable of running backs that can go pretty deep. It's the 3rd running back we've seen for the Hokies.
Virginia Tech trying to answer Old Dominion's 93-yard touchdown drive with 1 over 90 yards of their own. They've got a 2nd down and 6 from the ODU 46. Here's a play action keep for Drones. 45-40. Kyron Drones near side. 30. 20. Runs out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Kyron Drones, that's what he can do. And when you start having a bit of success, the fakes start becoming more effective, and they did just there.
And it's not just that he's good. He just shook a linebacker in the open field. I mean, he went right around Colbreth, who had him dead to rights. But it's not just that. He's able to read blocks once he gets out there. He's like a running back. He's not just putting his head down and get what he can get. his eyes are up, and he's making moves and reading blocks to extend runs.
1st and 10 Hokies from the Monarch 14-yard line near hash mark. Handoff straight up the guts. Burrowing, still burrowing. Is that Stewart getting inside the 10 to the 9 or right around the 10-yard line? It is Stewart. His drive earlier this drive, his run earlier this drive jump-started the whole offense for Virginia Tech. Now they've got a 2nd down and 6 from the 10-yard line.
The first possession, they didn't throw it at all. Second possession, or didn't run it at all. Second possession, not too much. This time, they look like they're going to try to pound this thing on the ground. They're finding success now.
Stewart to the right of the quarterback in the shotgun formation. And he'll take the handoff, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage. What a great play there. Loss of about 5. Monarchs defense pursuing very nicely. Stewart tried to get the far edge, never got there.
It may have been a little bit of vengeance from Colbreth that time, because he had the speed to get to the outside, but good discipline. And he just sort of stayed at home, came down, stayed at home. Penetration from Trinidad also helped push him wider, and Colbreth finished it.
Big play here, Andy. 3rd down and 11. They need to get to the Monarch 4. The line of scrimmage is the 15.
If they don't get all of this, if they get this within 2 or 3 yards, they may go for it.
Jones in the shotgun. Ball's on the far hash mark. 2-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Looking. Makes 1 man miss. 2 men miss. Goes to the far side. He'll get to the 1st down. Fumbles the football. It's on the ground. And they say he was down.
Oh.
They say he was down. 1st and goal. Virginia Tech at the Monarch 3.
I don't know.
That's Mack. Jeremy
I don't
Mack.
know.
It's Watts. Oh, that ball's out. I just saw the replay on the big board.
That was right in
ball
front of
is
me,
out.
guys. Right in front of me. That's a fumble.
It's Jeremy Mack swatting the
Oh, that's
arm.
definitely a fumble. And the Monarchs got it, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. There. Here comes timeout called.
Ronnie's on the field.
He's mad. He just saw the replay and was waiting for somebody to call a timeout for a replay. So he's going to call a timeout himself to get
Livid Ricky Ronnie on the far side. Livid.
Jeremy Mack from behind, chasing down drones, got his hand on the ball carrier.
Oh, it's definitely coming. It's coming out before his knee started bending.
It's not even close. And it was a clear recovery from Old Dominion. And that's why Ronnie was livid, because, Virginia Tech smartly was hurrying up to try to get a playoff and run one before they could get a chance to review it. And Ronnie was livid because they weren't doing it yet.
Let's take a break. Let's get ourselves to a commercial message. Monarchs lead it 7-0, 1:03 to go in the first. Play under review. Either the Monarchs have it inside their 5 or it's 1st and goal for Tech. Monarch football from Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. It continues in a moment. This is the ODU Sports Network. Yeah, there's nothing. It's not. You can't. Right. So the play's under review. Replay to us. It looks like it's going to be Monarch football. So all the singing can be fun and games. They're going to be singing the blues here in a minute.
I'm not sure they could hear you. What? I'm not sure they could hear you.
Oh, that's right. I had the headset off. They're singing now. They're going to be singing the blues in a minute. I'll just get to the punchline. Oh my God.
The guy that came in here.
Huh? Fumble. Oh, it was a fumble. Yes.
They called it down?
They said he was down. The official immediately called him down.
Nobody was reviewing it. Ronnie was screaming down the field to call a timeout so that they would have.
It's our athletic director, Dr. Wood Seelig, wondering what's going on here. Right. He was right in front of James, too. He said, so we'll see.
They're just now going to look at it, by the way.
They're just now going to look at it.
Just now are going over to look at the replay. It took that long for them to even get over there.
Played by Jeremy Mack. Yep. Say hello to our fans. See that little. There you go. All right, here we go. You can keep playing the Jeopardy music because the play is continuing to be under review. James with him again. They were running right towards you You're on the far side of the field. That's the Monarch side. What did you see?
I mean, there was no official there, so I could kind of understand why they didn't see it, but it was a great just tomahawk chop by Jeremy Mack, and the Monarchs just fell right on it. And Kyron Drones knew right away that thing was a fumble too.
And you're confirming that the Monarchs recovered the ball.
They absolutely did, yes.
All right, now why are we waiting so long? If this was so obvious to your naked eye, why, when they look at it on videos, it taking so long?
It's astonishing to me that it took them that long to get over to the replay booth to even look at this thing. And Coach Ronnie deserves to get that timeout back because that was ridiculous.
Well, the defensive line just came on the field, slapped each other, congratulated each other, and then walked off of the field.
And there's your confirmation, ODU ball.
ODU ball. Thank you, James. ODU recovers the fumble.
We're having somebody work on the ref, Mike, but
yeah, they were up here. They're going to try and figure this out, so James will be our translator. But meanwhile, the turnover battle is now 1-1. Monarchs stopped the Hokies after fumbling at midfield. Now they stop a Hokie offensive drive with a fumble recovery at their own 3-yard line. First down, moving right to left, leading 7-0. Late first quarter. Monarchs here in Blacksburg. You hand it off, and up the middle goes Traquan Jones. Bounce back to the 2. He had it out to about the 3.5 or 4, but the Hokie defense stiffened and sent him home without his dinner.
I think they're going to give him forward progress to the 5.
Okay. We'll take that.
You got to be clean here.
Second down and 8 for Old Dominion. Turning clock, 40 seconds to play in the quarter.
The safety's back. They might get a run again.
Butler to the far side.
Oh, that's a run look.
2 wide receivers to each side of the formation right now. Traquan Jones, his toes on the goal line alongside Colton Joseph, who's in the same spot awaiting the shotgun snap. He's got it. And Colton's going to keep it himself. Gets past the first wave, but not much further. He'll be stopped at about the 7-yard line. That's going to bring it to an end of the first quarter. And the Monarchs will have a big third down coming up. An opportunity to, again, inflict some more physical and emotional pain on these Hokie fans if they can get the first down. A momentum rush for Virginia Tech if they get it to stop. 15 minutes in the books here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Old Dominion 7, Virginia Tech nothing. This is the ODU Sports Network.
That's all we had to do. We got to get them early, make them start thinking. They look good right now, though. I mean, they're not rattled. They look like they're just calm, cool. Grab some water.
Wow, we just got word from Richie. Overtime, final, Georgia 44, Tennessee 41. There you go. And if you can, when we're not in there, step back so we can see Wood. No, I understand. I understand. Yeah, the good luck seat. Again, nothing good's happened while he's been in here. We got you a fumble.
Hey, yeah, we got the fumble.
Tell you what, if you need anything else about the game explained, you come on in here. Join us in the den here. That's it. At every Monarch football home game, one kid's going to be chosen to be the Invest 529 kickoff kid. They'll be able to retrieve the football tee after the opening kickoff. Kids age 7 to 12 can register for the Invest 529 kickoff kid online at odusports.com under the Fan Promotions tab. 7-0, Old Dominion leads the Hokies. Ted Alexander, Andy Mishaw, James Witham, Richie Somerville. Glad to have you aboard on this Saturday night in September. James, I would think that Monarch sideline has got to be pretty jacked up because they've turned it over, but then bowed up defensively, scored offensively, and now face a big third and long. I think his silence tells me he agrees with everything I said.
He might be moving to the other side of the field.
That's probably what he's doing. it gets really crowded over there, and there are all kinds of electronics going on there that wreak havoc with his wireless signal. But second quarter now, getting set to get underway. Monarchs with the Hudson blue helmets, the Crown logo, the white jerseys, and the white pants.
Gotta tell you, kind of like the fact that this big third down play is going to happen on the other side of the quarter break.
Yep.
Crowd gets a chance to sit back down, settle, relax a little bit because they were loud. And it's problem now is they moved to the student section in, which
and the band section in. So that's what's at the in the rear view mirror for Colton Joseph and the Monarchs.
In their ear holes.
Nose of the football is touching the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 13 for a first down.
This is the exact situation they were running in practice. They put the speakers right behind the quarterback. And right now, there's a large number of orange-clad students right behind the quarterback.
Markai James, the running back to the left of redshirt sophomore quarterback Colton Joseph. Offensive line needing to protect. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Third down. Hokies want to get off the field. Fake handoff. Joseph deep down the far side has a man with a half a step. It's Gladding, and he is going to come down with the football. Naeem Abdul Rahim Gladding. What a snare, and a flag is down at midfield.
He got tackled, and somehow that ball still wound up on his chest. That is a ridiculous catch.
Talk about under siege. Oh, he's getting draped upon.
Oh.
The Hokie defensive back, Isaiah Cash, was all over him.
That's reminiscent of the first game we won in Norfolk.
Yeah, the LaRussa pass to the near side. First down from the Hokie 49. Joseph has the football, and he's going to go down for a sack at the 45 with flags a-flying.
Joseph's helmet came off.
Again, the man on the scene for Virginia Tech was Kamari Copeland.
Which means maybe it was helped off.
Former Kellum Knight. And again, James, as soon as you hear that official call, get it to us because we aren't going to put Itchy and Scratchy on the air again here.
That will be a face mask on the Hokies.
There we go. Oh, they aren't going to like that here in southwestern Virginia.
Well, I assume
the march continues inside the 40 to the 34.
And because Colton's helmet was helped off, he doesn't have to come off the field for a play.
So instead of a sack at the ODU 45, it's a fresh set of downs for the Monarchs at the Hokie 34.
They just went from their own 5-yard line to the Hokie 35 in 2 plays.
Joseph moving left to right with this Monarch offense from the far hash mark. They lead at 7-0. First minute of the second quarter here in Blacksburg. Monarchs have never won here. Joseph, far side, pass, caught, Gladding, has a block, comes off the block, 25, 20. First down, Old Dominion.
He is making every read perfect right now. I mean, those safeties backed off, and he had the perfect read, the perfect play called, the quick out because they were backed off. The corner was backed off. The safety was not in a position to help.
Monarchs move quickly, and Joseph goes out to the far end. 20, 15, brought down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that was a shot right there. That was a collision.
Colton Joseph, if you're wondering, 6'2", 200 pounds. You'd never call him frail in any way.
Dante Lovett, the corner who stepped up, he lost his mouthpiece when he collided with Joseph. He shot backwards.
Thomas and Gladding to the far side. Butler and Brown to the near. James is the running back to the right of Colton Joseph for the second down and 4 play. Snap, gathered in, give it to James off left tackle. First down, Markai to the 10-yard line. And he has a fresh set of downs. First and goal, Old Dominion trying to build on a 7-0 second quarter lead.
Hey, well, right now, these two quarterbacks are going toe-to-toe with each other. They're answering. Joseph making great runs. Drones making great runs. Joseph has got the edge in passing right now, though.
From the 10-yard line, first and goal, Old Dominion.
He is 5 for 6 for 118 yards.
He's gotten some help from the receivers, too.
Yeah, he has.
But he's made some really nice throws.
Outstanding catches. Gotta hurry up here.
Snap it. Hand it off. James bounces it. Has a seam.
Right.
Touchdown, Old Dominion. Markai James, his first as a Monarch.
Boy, the patience on that one. That was supposed to go to the right side, inside zone. inside the tackle on the right. It wasn't there. He just waited and bounced it to the outside, and there was nobody home.
And a flock of boo birds have made their way to Lane Stadium in Blacksburg as the Monarchs have increased their lead to 13-0 with 12:38 to play in the second.
We talked about the patience of these running backs. I've said it time and again this season so far. They're gliding. They're flowing in there, not putting their heads down blindly, just running straight into the line.
Riley Callahan out of Ian Brandt's hold will try and add on the extra points. And he has done just that. 14-0 Old Dominion leading Virginia Tech.
Tyson Flowers stepped up, the safety stepped up right into the hole where James was going to go. But instead of just lowering his shoulder blindly, he put a little move on and then bounced to the outside. The contain on that side, you're looking at DeBose-Bourne and Woodsma, and there was nobody there. They got that edge. They sealed it off. Because Flowers was in the hole, he got pinned inside, and there's nobody on the outside. And James just bounces it out there and walks it in.
14-0. James, did you see this coming? We'll get your answer when we return. Timeout on the field here with 12:38 to go in the half. Monarchs 14, Hokies nothing. This is the ODU Sports Network. Sorry, James, I didn't know they were taking a break.
That's okay. I'm just surprised I can hear you. It's been hit or miss down here.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were right there on the fumble, though. That was good.
Yeah, it was right in front of me. It was very obvious.
James, the people on the stream can hear you. Tell us what you're going through from a technical standpoint.
Basically, what's happening is what I used to hear you guys is popping in and out, and sometimes it's as much as 5 seconds at a time. So sometimes I'm getting fragments of what you say. Sometimes I'm getting nothing. So if I say something that doesn't make much sense, or if I don't directly answer a question that Ted asks, you'll know why.
And what is it that causes the interference down there? What type of things?
There's a lot of cameras down here. The parabolic microphones that are also causing problems. A lot of cell phones in the building doesn't help either.
Who was it that set the equipment up pregame?
Yeah, it was fine pregame, but there's nobody here.
There's no one here. Yeah, there's no one here.
No,
look at Andy looking for blame. He's got a blame pin that he wants to pin on you down there. Well done.
He's crying if everybody else's fault. So
okay. And it's funny that Andy's never done that. How loud are the boos at your place, James?
Oh, they're pretty loud. I mean, the natives are more than restless at this point.
Old Dominion 14, Virginia Tech nothing. 12:38 to play in the second quarter.
Long ways to go, but right now the guys in white look like the P14.
Yeah. Well, and we know this. The pressure, because we feel this at Old Dominion, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
On the student athletes in all the sports to win, to perform. And if you aren't doing that, you hear about it. There's a lot of noise. Well, imagine at a P4, which has a much larger fan base, that's been playing football since 1892. They've lost 6 of their last 7, and they see their team and their program slipping away. And now they're down 14-0 to Old Dominion. You got to be kidding me if you're a Hokie fan. From the 1-yard line, they'll try and work a return magic. PJ Prelude gets maybe to the 20-yard line, and that'll be that. The Hokies, and again, it's no matter what program it is, it's never really fair. I know you're paying the players, and it's fairer than it used to be because they're getting paid, but they're still student athletes playing college football, and it's never really fair to place the kind of pressure and blame on them that they seem to receive. But it's part of the game, and you got to deal with it. But it's harder to deal with when you're down 14-0 and hearing your home crowd boo. 1st and 10 for Drones from his own 20-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. They're moving from right to left. They run the jet sweep to the far side, breaking the first tackle. Nice job there from Cameron Selden. Monarchs had a chance to bring him down for no gain, but he kept the legs churning and got 5 to the 25.
Yeah, Cameron Selden transferred in from Tennessee. He was a running back. 48 carries, 224 yards. So he's no stranger to carrying the football.
Monarch is down on the far side.
It's Koa.
Koa Nawatala came back and is getting his first action of the year today. Led the Monarchs in tackles a year ago.
And this is the kind of thing that there's no telling what this is. He may be fine, but it's what you worry about. These guys desperately want to be in this game, in this environment, in front of this many people.
He walks off under his own power to the far side, maybe favoring that surgically repaired left knee a little bit, but we won't speculate. We're going to get ourselves a 2nd down and 5 for Virginia Tech. Now, if you're the Monarchs, it's like getting a break in a tennis match. And once you break your opponent, you want to hold your own serve to sort of consolidate it and really show more of your power and control over the situation. Monarchs would love to get a 3 and out here, but they're going to have to get a stop on a 2nd down and 5 play here.
Well, the other Nawatala comes back in now, along with Jeremy Mack.
Seth is his brother, the transfer in from James Madison. And Drones ready for a 2nd and 5 play with Stewart to his left. And Kyron keeps the ball himself, coming near side, has a 1st down as he dives across the 30-yard line.
They played that pretty well. Jeremy Mack made sure he had outside leverage to try to keep him from getting outside down the sidelines and push him back inside, and he still got a good chunk of yardage when you played it pretty well.
Green and Selden to the far side. 1st down for Virginia Tech from their own 30-yard line, trailing Old Dominion 14-0. And here's a handoff to Stewart. To the far side, cuts it up the middle, breaks a tackle, moves the legs to the 34. It'll be 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Hokies all on the ground. After that first couple of possessions, I don't think they've thrown it but like once. Drones is 2 for 5 for 9 yards. 13 rushes for 90 yards as a team since then.
2nd and 5 from the 35. Virginia Tech, the maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, white pants, trying to get something going here. Get their fans into it, get themselves back into the ball game. And Drones hands it off, and here's Stewart from the near side. He's getting something going out to the 46-yard line, a 1st down. Terrion Stewart's been tearing on up the Monarch defense in this 2nd quarter.
Now, if you're the Hokies right now, from their perspective, yeah, they scored again, which is not good on our defense. But we drove down deep into their territory by rushing it right down their throat.
And then fumble.
And we turned it over ourselves. But outside of that, we moved the ball up. So let's just keep it on the ground and keep pounding it. And the Monarchs have to find a way to stop it.
From the 4-6, play action pass. Drones, happy feet, going near side. Pass is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Monarchs at the 10-yard line. And that's how you snuff out a drive, Mr. Jerome Carter.
That ball was overthrown. They were trying to catch him. And Carter playing center field there as a safety. Did not really bite on the play fake. Was right over the top. And Drones, I don't know what he saw there. It looked like a 2-man route. I don't know what he was trying to do, but that ball was overthrown, and it wasn't in a good position.
What he's trying to do, Andy, is make a big play, and he's not being patient enough. And with that play call, they aren't being patient enough. The running game was churning for them.
Yeah.
Stick to the plan. 14-0 is nothing with 10-15 to play in the 2nd quarter. But the Monarchs have their 2nd turnover of the half. They've got a 14-0 lead and a 1st and 10 for the offense from their own 12.
I mean, I understand trying to take a shot because, we've been running it so well. Maybe you can catch him off guard. But if it's not there, don't force it. He tried to force that.
Into double coverage, an easy pick for Carter. And here's a handoff and a short gain, maybe 1.5 yards or 2.
And I think you're right. They're feeling the pressure, and he's just trying to make a big play. He's trying to get something to happen.
Travion Hargrove on that first carry. 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 for Old Dominion. They're moving left to right with the Hudson blue helmets, white jerseys, white pants. Leading at 14-0. Ball's in the middle of the football field. And Joseph, straight drop back, looking over the middle. Now flush to the far side. Flings it. Pass incomplete at the 25. Diving effort made out on that side by Ja'Cory Thomas, but he couldn't reel it in. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
That's a tough one. And, I mean, Joseph is trying to throw it away from the defender. It's a little too far away from him that time.
Had him open.
He did. It wasn't super open, but I think he could have kept that himself and probably picked up a couple of yards and called it a day and be a little better off.
Need the 22 to move the chains. They are 8 yards away from that spot.
Joseph adjusting the protection verbally.
Fans trying to root on their defense as Joseph's back to throw. Pass, far side is going to be, is that caught for a first down? That is caught for a first down, Ja'Cory Thomas. The ball, it seemed like it took a week and a half to get there, Andy, but it found the spot accurately, and the Monarchs moved the chains.
Brought the blitz. I thought that door was closing in a hurry on Joseph. He hung right in there and delivered a strike on the outside route.
Ball's at the 26-yard line, far hash mark. Monarchs driving toward the tighty-whitey band to our right. Is that what they're called, or Heidi-tighties? What are they called?
I don't think it's a tight
Play action pass, fling it, and it's incomplete, intended for Glading, accurate, a little too high.
That is an NIL deal in the making, though. I can tell you that right now.
I think that's a different band.
The Heidi-tighty, what do we call them?
I think it's the Heidi-tighties.
The
I think that's what it is.
Sorry.
No,
Listen,
I like yours better.
The Fruit of a Loom NIL deal.
Second and 10 from the 16-yard line. 8:57 on the clock, second quarter. Monarchs on top by 2 touchdowns. Here's a handoff. Coming to the near side, cutting it up with success, spinning across the 35, close to a first down. That's a nice play there from Hargrove.
He tell you what, that was a heck of a cut.
That's his best run as a Monarch, I think.
He was headed outside, put 1 foot in the ground, and just shot up.
Petravian Hargrove, call him Bull, 6 foot, 201-pound senior out of Grambling. Fresh set of downs for ODU from their own 37. Handed off again. And Hargrove trying to pick and choose his way, and he's not going to find much success on this play. A lot of Hokies over there trying to stem the tide here, break the momentum curse that the Monarchs have cast here in Blacksburg tonight.
307 pounds of Emmanuel Hickman. That's hard to get away from when he's got you wrapped up.
Second down and a long 9 for Old Dominion. With a 14-0 lead, under 8 to play in the half. Joseph, play action pass, looking, far side, has a man, pass, caught! Oh, caught by Thomas! He gets past 1 defender, now 2, and brought down at the 29.
They've been gambling on that side.
That's close, man. They're right there, those DBs, but the ball finds its way to Ja'Cory Thomas, and it's another first down for Old Dominion, this at the Hokie 29.
Williams is the corner on that side, and he has been trying to dive in those comeback routes. He's been gambling, trying to pick one, and tell you what, he almost gave up a touchdown when he missed it that time. There's nobody behind him.
Traquan Jones in the lineup to the right of quarterback Colton Joseph with the first down from the Hokie 29. Fake to him, over the middle, pass is going to be caught by Butler at the 12-yard line. Jalen Butler with contact at the end of that, and he holds on.
Hold that thought.
The flag back near the line of scrimmage, and that was a good play fake right down the seam to Butler. Took a shot at the end, but he held on to it. Let's see what this flag is, though.
It was the classic Pat Conroy play to the tight end.
Yeah, it's
play
kind
action
of what it
over the
was.
middle.
Just a little seam route.
They're picking it up.
No foul.
No foul. All right.
Well, that's the second one that they thought was an illegal formation that turned out not to be.
Because they went over to the coaches. Is that illegal? No, it's just fine. Okay, good. Pick it up.
They used to call that a pop pass before the pop pass turned into the jet sweep looking thing.
Okay.
But, yeah, you just pop it right to that tight end, right over the linebackers down the seam.
Ball in the middle of the field. First down for Old Dominion at the Hokie 11-yard line. Monarchs trying to build on a 14-0 second quarter lead. They score another touchdown here. They might turn the lights out in this place.
Yeah.
You hand it off to Jones up the middle. Touchdown! Old Dominion! 11 yards for Traquan, and it's 20-zip Monarchs.
Untouched, inside zone, just to the left, and nobody put a glove on him. They still haven't touched him.
Wow. Traquan Jones, 3 touchdowns a week ago. Hand him the ball at the 11, into the end zone. Monarchs on top, 20-0 with 6:44 to play in the first.
And they look confused. Their linebackers they're looking at each other at the end of that, kind of holding their arms out, pointing at each other. You know, what are the run fits here? There just aren't any.
Riley Callahan out of Ian Brandt's hold. The extra point for Old Dominion is good. And with 6:44 to go in the first half, pass out the Pepto to the folks here in Blacksburg. These Hokie fans have heartburn. 21-0 Old Dominion on the ODU Sports Network.
That's 14 off of 2 straight turnovers on long drives. Touchdown drives have been 93, 97, and 88.
I don't know if these fans are hitting the concessions or the parking lot, but there's a mass exodus on this side.
Well, I have a feeling what they're doing is trying to make their statement.
What's a pretty strong one? It's a sea of people that are just walking out of here.
The last one, no. The last call he made.
It's not much prettier on your side either.
It's not like him muffled. You can't hear him at all. Okay, I appreciate the effort. What's happening, folks? We've been talking about the difficulty hearing the ref mic, and the gang from Virginia Tech are doing their best to try and fix it for us. This is what happens in the press box, and it's cool to sort of bring this to the folks, Andy, because you don't usually see this stuff because we don't tell. Wow, 21-0. Yes! Jump on it. And that's what the Monarchs have done to the Hokies here in Blacksburg tonight. 6:44 to play in our first half. Old Dominion 21, Virginia Tech nothing.
A couple of notes for you. One, the last scoring drives, 93 yards, 97 yards. The last one, 88 yards. The last two, 14 points coming off of turnovers. And the 11-yard rush for Jones is his shortest career touchdown run.
That's true. That's true. He had 39, 93, and 14 a week ago. One Sun Belt Conference Offensive Player of the Week honors, and this one was 11.
He's got 4 touchdowns on 11 touches, 11 carries and 4 touchdowns.
Now, the thing here, and James, I hope you can hear me, the Monarchs sideline has to be filling with confidence and energy. On the other side, the Hokies have to be saying, wow, after going scoreless and getting waxed at home by Vanderbilt a week ago, we're getting handed our lunch pail, yes, pun intended, by the Monarchs.
Yeah, and you're right. It is brimming with confidence on the Monarch sideline, but right above them, what the Virginia Tech sideline is seeing is a mass exodus of fans already on this Old Dominion side. I don't know if they're going to grab a hot dog or something or if they're headed for the parking lot, but they're not happy.
Yakovlev, the high end over end kick. 4-yard line. Out across the 20, and a flag quickly flies in.
I mean, it's about as good as you can get offensively for this team. The defense is doing a great job with a couple of turnovers, but it's like slow motion out there for Colton Joseph right now.
Here's the thing, and you brought up a great point, Andy, because I think this needs to be holding against Virginia Tech. They're going to back him up inside their 15. You brought up a great point. The decisions that the quarterback is making on read options and those types of things. If he makes the wrong decision, we don't sit there and see, oh, it's a wrong decision. You just see the play not work. When you make the right decisions and call the right plays and execute them correctly, you can have huge success.
I don't think he's made a wrong decision out there yet. Every decision on the zone read to hand it or pull it, to throw it and where to throw it, I think he's done everything right. It's like slow motion out there for him. He's like Michael Jordan in that flow state.
Hokies from the 9-yard line. Drones keeps it, gets out to the 14 on the first down. Keeper over the near side.
Right now, the Hokies, again, they're thinking, we're moving the football. We're running it all over them. If we can just not do dumb things and turn it over, we just go. It should be 21-14 right now, or 14-7 them. But they keep turning it over.
Got impatient last time after having success with the running game. Went to the deep ball and Drones overthrew everybody. And here's a first down carry across the 20. Leading running back for the Hokies coming in, Marcellus Hawkins. And he gets the carry there and moves the chains.
It's 105 rushing yards to 106 for Old Dominion because we've been running it pretty well ourselves. But They have 9 passing yards and 112 rushing yards.
First down from the 21-yard line. Hokies moving from right to left toward the student section. Send Hawkins in motion to the far side. Throw it to him, and the swing pass will lead to a 2-yard gain.
That right there's a 30-yard handoff to the sidelines. Run down by Steiger.
Good pursuit. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for Virginia Tech as you can feel the temperature drop.
And it's between the tackles. That's where they're finding the success. They try to get it to the outside. Unless it's drones, they're not having much success on the edges. But between the tackles, they're just beefing up.
Hawkins to the right of quarterback Kyron Drones, the transfer from Baylor. And you hand it ball to Hawkins, and he breaks off a tackle and gets upfield and gets to the 31-yard line and has another first down. That's a nice play. Should have been caught in the backfield.
Yeah, he should have. That was penetration. I'm not sure who it was that got through and had
Might
a
have
shot
been
at him.
Crutchfield.
But he broke away. They were sending him on a blitz. They did. But I think it was the edge, the end coming off of that had a shot at him.
They marked it short, Andy. From the 30-yard line, it's 3rd down and 1 for the Hokies.
It's Ricardo Williams that had the shot at him with the great penetration, but he got away from him. High knees.
Oh, and there the Hokies jumping
Oh, man.
too soon. That'll be a false start offense. Don't need the official for that one. Back them up 5 yards.
This really, I mean, I hate to say it and build it up, but it really looks like if you didn't know which team was which, and we didn't tell you which team was wearing each jersey, you would think that the Old Dominion was wearing the dark jersey.
Hold that thought, guys. It's a first down, delay of game on the defense, the whole disconcerting signals thing.
Oh, they're going to, the emphasis, they're cracking down on that. They're saying somebody clapped or made a signal to try to draw the guys offside.
I look away for 1 second, and suddenly it goes into a great play for Virginia Tech. What happened here?
No, penalty.
They call it against Old Dominion?
Penalty for Old Dominion. The emphasis they're trying to put down on making weird noises and signals to try to get offensive guys to jump off sides. They threw it on ODU.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Hokies from their own 35-yard line, moving right to left. Drones hands the ball off, and more room for Hawkins across the 40 to 43.
It looked like they got Forrest on that one. He was maybe moving his shoulders or jumping.
So 2nd and short for the Hokies. Last drive at about this point, after having success on the ground and moving the chains, Drones took a shot and got picked off. What happens here on a 2nd down and short from the 42-yard line of Virginia Tech?
A lot of outside zones. They love the outside zone plays here.
Drones has the snap. Keeps it himself. Going to the far side. Tripped up. What a play behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Mack getting it done here in the 2nd quarter.
Jeremy Mack has introduced himself a few times to Drones here in the first half.
No doubt. Loss on the play. A loss of about 6, and it's 3rd down and 8 for the Hokies, who need to get to their own 45 to keep this drive going. 3:18 to go in our first half. 21-0 Old Dominion.
We were worried about the linebackers. They're not being much of a thing to worry about right now.
No Mario Thompson tonight. Koa Nauatala out with an injury. He did start tonight. 3 down linemen for the Monarchs chasing Jones. Jones looking. Goes back to the far side. Being chased. Back he goes to the far side. Winging the ball out of bounds. What wonderful pursuit and containment from that Monarch defensive line.
Jackson Forrest kind of playing a spy because he's now coming in to back up Seth Nauatala. So he's in there, and he's kind of playing the spy, and Drones trying to roll out to the other side. He came down and forced him back to the inside. And then
Fred Giles.
Giles was chasing him around, which eventually made him throw it away. But Forrest was the guy who made him turn that back around the direction he just came from.
But Mack made the key play of that drive, the stop on 2nd and 3, a 4-yard loss, and it leads to this punt. Spiral. Turns over. Gladding catches it at the 23 and goes down right there. And that's where the Monarchs will begin their next drive. 2:46 to go in the half. Monarchs have 2 timeouts remaining because Ronnie got screwed out of that one on the awful fumble call. But they'll get to work. They'll get to work. 21-0. Old Dominion leads at Virginia Tech. This is Monarch Football, the ODU Sports Network.
This place is going to be empty in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. Better notify the folks at Sharky's. Their folks coming.
Yeah, they're going to be thirsty. I'm looking for.
Oh, very good point. Look at Richie looking out for us. All right, still have the score right.
The bowl game at Western Kentucky, we were up 28.
Yes, it was 28 nothing.
Choked that away. Freaking Hilltoppers. Oh, that's right.
I was in Hawaii, and everything was fine. It's just weird.
Mai Tais tasted great. I don't know what the problem was.
Monarchs on the road. Old Dominion at Virginia Tech. Today's contest presented by Mission Barbecue. Whether you're going to the stadium or watching the game at home, tailgate parties start at Mission Barbecue. Homemade and handcrafted, no freezers or microwaves ever. Call ahead or order online and they'll have your pickup packs ready for you before kickoff. Visit mission-bbq.com for more information. That's mission-bbq.com. Mission Barbecue, the American way. 21-0. Old Dominion leads Virginia Tech, 2:46 to go in the half. First and foremost, Monarchs need to make this drive take the rest of the half. Second and foremost, don't turn it over. Third and foremost, hey, why not another touchdown before half?
They're all foremost.
They're all foremost.
Colton Joseph.
Some are five most.
Colton Joseph.
Thank you.
1 for 2 for 12 yards last time he played this team.
And was yanked after 2 series.
8 of 11 for 181 yards and a touchdown rushing.
And James is right about the fans leaving. Look out, Sharkies. They're all coming your way like a tsunami of impatience. Here's the handoff to James up the middle, gets across the 25 to the 27.
Yeah, and you're right about that point. Let's just eat this clock up because Hokies are going to get the ball to start the second half. So eat this clock up, get some more points if you can.
Just play the type of ball you've played this half. Monarchs turned it over one early in the first quarter. Devin Roche, a fumble. Here's Joseph. Runs, dumps it off. First down, flags down. Monarchs out to the 44-yard line. And we'll see what the flag is as he got it to Dawson Johnson, the tight end.
They might be looking to see if he was across the line.
It was close.
And if he was that backwards? It's one of the new triple options where he could hand it off, he could run it himself, and the wide receiver becomes the pitch man. Joseph fell kind of weird on that, too. Seems all right.
James?
Unnecessary roughness call on the Hokies.
Wow.
Didn't see what it was, but I'll take it.
And that'll move the Monarchs out near midfield.
Yeah, that's
another bad mistake from Virginia Tech.
That's tacked on to the end of that thing. That's on the end of the run. This is all the way into Hokie territory all of a sudden.
At the 41. Monarchs still have the 2 timeouts. 2:14 on the clock and a 21-0 lead here at Virginia Tech. Joseph claps the hands. No snap that time. Very quiet here. Imagine the noise level you'd expect at a home Hokie game. It's like, quiet.
And the Monarchs are on offense. It should be loudest now.
And we get to the 2 minutes warning. 2 minutes to play in the half. 21-0. Monarchs have the football, the lead, and all the momentum. And all the folks here in Virginia Tech can think is, wow, where's Mike Vick? This is the ODU Sports Network.
He's in Norfolk. He's coaching.
Actually, he's in New Jersey. Got waxed by Rutgers today. Got his first win last week against Virginia State. Wow. And, they've lived for good reason, high on the hog here for a long time. But hey, what a wacky day in the ACC as Clemson loses. They're 1-2.
55-yarder to
A
beat them at the last play
55-yarder
of
at
the
the
game.
buzzer.
He had extra on it, too.
Yep. Yeah. Pitt loses to West Virginia in overtime in the backyard brawl in Morgantown. UVA a big win.
Yeah, well, the way this thing is going, end of the season, who's going to be the best team in Virginia?
Huh?
End of the season, who's going to be named the best team in Virginia?
Well, the Monarchs host Liberty in 2 weeks.
And get JMU.
And don't forget JMU. I mean, JMU has to be in the front runner seat at this point. They've got to start with a higher seed. I mean, in this Best of Virginia contest, don't you think?
A little, yeah.
You aren't going to put Old Dominion as the number 1 seed going into the season. You got to be
No,
kidding me.
not going in. I'm saying at this point and at the end of the year.
Hey, ODU fans, it's football time. Before we pack Ballard Stadium with cheers and touchdowns, don't forget the most important play of the night, a safe ride home. Drunk driving is never worth the risk. Call a cab, grab a ride share, or have a designated driver ready to go. Visit whatsyourgameplan.org to take the pledge to drive safe. Let's keep this game day a win on all fronts. Message brought to you by Drive Smart Virginia and the Virginia DMV's Highway Safety Office. 2 minutes, Monarch football, 1st and 10, ball on the Hokie 41-yard line, 21-0 ODU.
It's just a nightmare for the Hokies. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
What are the
Including
penalty numbers?
Yeah, the penalties, 6 penalties, 59 yards for the Hokies. You're talking about a team that has averaged the first 2 games of the year only 35 yards in penalties.
And what do the Monarchs have?
2 for 12.
Waiting for the go signal.
The 2 turnovers. Their linebackers look confused in run fits. Their defensive backs are gambling and losing.
Gladding and Brown to the near side. Thomas to the far. Markai James, the running back, to the left of Colton Joseph, who has the shotgun snap. Looking left side. Going for it all down the far side. This is toward Chachari Thomas, and he can't come up with it. Incomplete.
That coverage was pretty good there. That's
Yep.
Brown Murphy hanging right with him.
He also stepped out of bounds, so it wouldn't have counted even if he caught it.
But the more impressive thing, they brought the blitz again, and Joseph is hanging back there, comfortable, as if he's in a recliner watching this on TV.
153
Good protection.
to play in the half. 21-0 Old Dominion. Monarchs with the 2nd and 10 from the Hokie 41. And the 2 wides to the far side, 2 to the near.
Again,
Now they're stacked on each side. James, the running back.
Single safety. This could be a screen.
Far side pass caught by Ambassador, and he gets to the 40, makes it to the 37-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and about 7.
Again, that's the right read. I mean, they got 1 safety back there. You got stacked up on the outside, so it's a 1-on-2 matchup.
And Banasor getting more time in this game. Monarchs need to get to the 31-yard line to move the sticks. Clock's frozen at 1:48 to play in the half. ODU 21, Virginia Tech nothing. Hand the ball off to James, who goes to the far side, and he's going to get ridden out of bounds. That's a nice play defensively on that far side from Christian Ellis.
Well, they might be thinking this is 4-down territory too. Here, kind of in no man's land, where a punt doesn't get you much, and it's too far for a field goal. So you're trying to cut this yardage down to something more manageable, which is why you run it there. But you look to gain something and
now they're
go
moving
backwards
here.
I thought he got back to the line, but he may have lost a yard.
It's going to be a 4th and 8.
So right now you may want to punt this.
Yeah, I'd think you'd punt it, wouldn't you?
Well, here's what's going to happen, though. They got a timeout to spare.
But remember, the clock's not running.
They're going to get up here, let the play clock run, and see if they can get the Hokies to jump. Then they'll call the timeout and probably punt.
So that's what they're doing right now, and the play clock's at 5. Now they snap the ball, going for it on 4th down. Huge play right here. Joseph Can't get the edge, but he flings it, and the ball is knocked down, and it's Hokie football, and the Monarchs have just gifted Virginia Tech with a momentum shifter. Can the defense pull them out of the fire with 95 seconds to play in the half?
Did not see
Hate that
coming.
play.
Now, unless there is a flag down, but it's way back in the defensive secondary. That's not that like they jumped off sides. I'm shocked that they snapped it there.
We did have a receiver go out of bounds, so.
Personal foul.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. On a play where the Monarchs are trying to hand momentum over to the Hokies, Virginia Tech says, thanks, but no thanks. Face mask against Virginia Tech. Not only do they get the ball with 3 timeouts and 95 seconds, they not get the ball, they give the Monarchs a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Oh, and it's that type of stuff that makes a fan go nuts.
It's on Williams, Thomas Williams, the corner. There's a completely opposite side.
Didn't need to do that.
He got the hand right into the face of Trey Brown, or Lot.
Ball's on the far hash mark, and you hand the ball off. And churning his legs and diving to the 19-yard line is James. I don't see, do you think you run that play, Andy, just so you can maybe draw the penalty? Or I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get that one either.
Timeout, 1:28 to play in the half. Richie, we don't need to take a break, do we? Okay, thank you very much. Gives me an opportunity to tell you that every sack is a sack to give back, presented by Food Lion. That's right, Food Lion Feeds has donated over 3.8 million meals to local food banks and college pantries through the Food Lion Feeds Sack to Give Back program. For every sack the Monarchs make this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to feed our neighbors in need in Hampton Roads. I know we have at least one. Andy, can you see anything else on the sack tally for today's contest?
Just the one so far.
Okay. All right, 2nd down and 6 from the 20-yard line. Ball's on the far hash. Monarchs working toward the goal line to our right with a 21-0 lead. 1:28 to play. Here's a quick handoff, straight up the gut. Markai James, 1st down inside the 15 to the 13.
That's a new little wrinkle, kind of a stretch inside zone where Joseph just takes off on a dead sprint to get the handoff. So the linebackers are following him.
Almost a sprint draw look.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 1st down. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 wideouts stacked to the far. That's Thomas and Johnson to the far side. Gladding and Brown to the near. And it's a play-action pass. Joseph, flag flying, goes to the near corner. Pass is going to be tipped and caught by Trey Brown for a touchdown, but I have a feeling this thing's coming back.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a hold. It's a great throw, though, on the run. He put that on a dime. He just dropped it into the bucket, but this one I think is not going to stand.
Thought it might have gotten tipped there, Andy, before it got to Trey Brown.
Maybe not. That might be hands to the face. I'm looking at the replay. That might be hands to the face on the Hokies.
I think that's the call.
Give it to us, James, when you hear it.
Personal foul, hands to the face. Hokies.
Oh, my.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Old Dominion. Colton Joseph to Trey Brown.
That was Barlev, almost had his helmet taken off.
Wow.
And that was a dime from Joseph. He ruined our highlight with the flag, but still.
27-0 Old Dominion. 53 seconds to go in the half. And I don't know if anybody saw this coming.
No.
But I'll tell you what. The Hokies just have made mistake after mistake. Extra point from Riley Callahan is good.
I just saw Ja'Cory Thomas headed towards the locker room. He might just be going early for equipment, something. He was jogging, but he just went back.
Okay.
Something to keep an eye on.
ODU Sports Properties and ODU Athletics would like to recognize our Team Monarch partners, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, lending with pride in the 757 since 1996. ODU Global, education for your world. Visit online.odu.edu. And Pepsi, official beverage partner of ODU. Pepsi, that's what I like. and Centera. Their mission is to improve health every day. 28-0.
This is crazy. The Hokies are doing everything they possibly can to make it easier for Old Dominion. I mean, they're playing out of their minds right now. There's no question. Joseph is on fire. He is feeling everything. But, I mean, that 4th and 8 was not a good decision to go for it, I don't think. Not having all the information. But from up here, that was not a good decision to go for it. He made a bad throw. It was almost intercepted. And they still got away with it.
James, tell me what happened on that 4th down play in your opinion. I mean, was I too harsh losing my soup over it?
No, I think you were well within your right to do that. But, I mean, maybe you just feel like everything's going right for you. You might as well roll the dice because you can.
Kickoff will be a touchback.
Mariners moved up to the 50-yard line because of the penalty.
And the Hokies will have 53 seconds.
They still got time.
They still have plenty of time because they've got 2 timeouts remaining.
Now
they've now given the Monarchs, Andy, they've got 3 timeouts on their ledger. So they must have given Ronnie the one back.
Yeah, once they did the review.
But talk about gut check time for the Hokies out there. You know, it was the case when it was 7-0, 14, 21, now 28-0. And you wonder, they aren't going to start taking a knee here. No, they've got to run the offense.
53 seconds. You got plenty of time to get yourself into at least a field goal range.
Hawkins stands to the right of Kyron Drones. 2 wides to each side for Virginia Tech. 1st and 10 from their own 25. Straight drop back. Drones looking over the middle pass. Caught at the 27-yard line and out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Another
8-yard gain, and another flag comes in late.
Comes in way late. It actually bounced off Seth Nawatala, but he wasn't even involved in the play.
Now the Monarchs can't start getting into this.
Oh, that's a crackback.
That's a crackback block. Yeah, you got it, Andy.
Oh, my.
No flag. They picked it up.
I guess they said it was.
Give them 8 yards on the first down play. 2nd and 2 for the Hokies. Clock at 46 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts remaining.
I didn't see the number, but somebody decleated Steiger on that one.
They'd love to get anything on the board. Down 28-0. Drone's going to throw for it once again. Looking, pressured from the pocket. He's going to tuck it and get to the 35 and slide right there. And that's going to be short of the first down. And Brent Pry will call for timeout. He's short of the first down. Again, he had room, and the reason he's getting booed is because he didn't get all the way to the sticks before beginning his slide.
Well, he was looking at 1-on-3, which is why he slid. The Monarchs were in a zone. They were trying to cover. They dropped back in his zone, which means the linebackers, Colbert was right there waiting for him. Carter was coming up from the safety spot, standing at the sticks, just waiting for him.
Let me put it this way. If it wasn't 28-0, I think he might have gotten that first down because he would have kept it for another half beat. Easy for me to say, but he slid a little early. And again, they keep an eye on where you start the slide, not where you finish it.
Well, from my vantage point, there's been no juice in this Hokies offense or defense since the kickoff. Never mind 28-0. There's just been no life in this Hokies team at all.
It's got to be difficult to have life, James. I understand that. But wow. Now remember, Monarch fans, it was 28-0 when the toast came out burnt against Western Kentucky.
I didn't want to say it. I was waiting for somebody.
There we go. Handed off to Stewart, who's had a nice first half, and I'm not sure if he got the first down.
Trinidad just stacked them up.
First down, Virginia Tech right at their own 35-yard line. 28 seconds to go. Hokies down to 1 timeout. They're down 28-0. Snap is good. Drones looking back. Has plenty of time. Now flush from the pocket. Reverse spins. Comes near side. Tucks it. Gets out to the 30, 40-yard line. And he will be marked out at the 43-yard line. A gain of 8 on that play. 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, there's the problem with that. 8-yard gain. And that play took about 8 seconds.
And now Atala is going to need some attention on the near side here. Seth not putting much weight at all on that left leg. And the athletic training staff will come out and attend to the Monarch linebacker. Again, no Mario Thompson today with a knee injury. Jason Henderson has retired from football. If you hadn't heard that, the Monarch 2-time All-American announced on social media this past weekend that just the battle back from that horrific knee injury. He's done.
Koa is out there on the field. He didn't go back to the locker room, but he's not. I don't think he's coming back in the game. He's out there right now just checking on his brother.
But needless to say, the Monarchs a little thin at linebacker. But if you're just joining us, Old Dominion has had their way. Now they turned it over at midfield, but the defense stuffed the Hokies. Jeremy Mack, who's had a great first half, forced a fumble. Jerome Carter, an interception. Monarchs cashed in on both of those Hokie miscues for touchdowns, and they've got a 28-0 lead with 15 seconds to go in the half. Drones back to throw. Has time, steps up in the pocket, dumps it off to Hawkins, and Hawkins gets out to the 49. That's a first down. That will stop the clock for the time being.
Yeah, Monarchs dropping way, not a full prevent, but they are playing super deep on the safeties.
8 seconds on the clock. One timeout for Virginia Tech, and I believe they're going to.
Did they just use the timeout?
Yes, they've just taken a timeout.
Instead of spiking it?
Yeah, that's a good call, Andy.
No, you have to get the spike off before I think it's 3 seconds, but you had 5 seconds to do that.
Coming up, James Witham will chat with Ricky Ronnie, who's known all season long that his team was capable of some really good things if they executed correctly. And as Andy Mishaw said throughout this first 30 minutes of action, they have done that exceptionally well tonight, making the right reads. And that means getting away from a play that's going to fail to one that's going to have success. James has the interview with Ricky Ronnie coming up. Richie Somerville, look at the scoreboard. Had some surprises and some barn burners today in college football. We'll get you the numbers from this contest here, and we'll hope for a 30-minute second half. It's just like the 30 minutes of the first. Now, one more play, maybe two if they do something quick. From their own 48-yard line, Drones looking, and he's going to go down with a sack, the second of the half. Wow, not much resistance from the Hokies in the first half as the clocks go to zeros to a chorus of boos.
That's Gibson's second sack of the night. First is a career, and he just picked up his second of the half.
When the Hokies entered this contest, Enter Sandman was serenading them, and the crowd was in full throat. As they head back to the locker room, the Boo Birds are in this Hokie nest, and it's 28-0 at intermission.
Say Colton Joseph is reading this defense like a book. Now the Hokies are definitely helping, but he made maybe one bad decision the entire half.
James Witham, to you.
Coach, your thoughts on what's been a very impressive first half?
I think our guys played like they love to play the game of football. I think they played like they love playing for each other, and they played violent Old Dominion football. And, I told them if we did that, I felt good about our chances. Now, we got to play more. We got to play a lot more. And if we really love to play the game of football, we'll come out in the second half, and we'll play even better.
Thank you, Coach. Looking for more of the same.
Thank you.
That's ODU head coach Ricky Ronnie. Ted, Andy, back up to you.
Thank you, James Witham. Our halftime interview with Coach Ronnie brought to you by Centera Health. Centera's mission is to improve health every single day. Monarch football healthy through 30 minutes here in Blacksburg. It's halftime. Nothing wrong with your screen or your ears, folks. No need for the Q-tip or the little bobby pin that your mom used to clear the wax. Don't do that.
Bobby pin?
Yeah, don't get me started.
Is that what happened to your brain?
What? 28-0 Old Dominion leads Virginia Tech at halftime on the ODU Sports Network.
Jeez.
Wow, hold it, 62-0.
Biggest cheer of the night is for the band.
Live from Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, this is the Monarch Football Halftime Report. The seventh meeting between Old Dominion University and Virginia Tech is all ODU. 28-0 for the Monarchs at intermission. And Richie Somerville, back in our game day studios, just gave us a stat. Listen to this one, Andy. In the last four quarters, Virginia Tech has been outscored 62-0.
Wow.
Wow. From halftime of their game against Vanderbilt to now. The biggest cheers we've heard today was for the band when they came out to play.
This is a fan base that, one, on their way out of the stadium, they don't even recognize this team. They don't recognize their own team right now.
Look it up, and it says rock bottom, perhaps. 28-0. It's halftime. Coming up, scores, stats, and more. This is the ODU Sports Network. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still scratching my head on that one. They got away with it because of stupidity. They had 2 hands to the face, like 2 face masks.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They have 8, but they're 84 yards because they're all 15-yarders.
Andy, are you ready with some some stats?
Sure.
Halftime in Blacksburg. Old Dominion 28, Virginia Tech nothing. Monarchs trying to get the record to 2-1. Hokies, if they don't come up with a major comeback in the second half, will drop to 0-3. Ted Alexander, Andy Mishaw here at halftime. And Andy, you're looking at some of the numbers. What do you see?
A lot of numbers on the Old Dominion side. 334 yards total offense to 147 in favor of ODU. 215 to 25. 25 passing yards for the Hokies in the first half. 119 yards rushing for the Monarchs, 122 for Virginia Tech. The only positive thing they had was the ground game going for them. Penalties, 8 penalties for 89 yards, and they were big ones.
Huge penalties and untimely penalties.
Yeah, look at the penalties they had. First was a hands to the face, block in the back, face mask, unnecessary roughness, another 15-yarder, another face mask, and another hands to the face. That's where, and they come up more critical times.
Some on a fourth down that the Monarchs went for it, and the Hokies would have had the football.
That was 7 points.
Yeah.
That drive turned into 7 points, which should have been a turnover and back the other direction, but it turned into 7 more points for the Monarchs.
Monarchs 28, Hokies nothing. Still to come, scores. Richie will try and make sense of what's going on around here and elsewhere. It's halftime on the ODU Sports Network. I'm sorry, what break is this, Richie? Thank you. I'll run down the scoring in the first half.
Do you want to turn this around for the...
Oh.
Or do you want to do it?
No, it's, I mean... No. Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking at the drone show here, but it's putting me to sleep.
Right now it's a logo. It's a lottery logo.
Yeah, the lottery. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's cool. I mean, the Monarchs
is
will have
cool.
Monarchs are going to have a drone show on the Thursday night game. Did it just start, the drone show? Or is this the finale?
It might be the finale.
Sorry, folks. Richie, I've got 12:40 on the clock, 12:40. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'll give you that. Halftime at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Old Dominion 28, Virginia Tech nothing. Again, ODU 28, Virginia Tech nothing. First quarter scoring, Colton Joseph, a 6-yard touchdown run, a 5-play, 93-yard drive for the Monarchs. They had fumbled it the previous drive at midfield, and the Hokies were driving to score the game's first point. But Jeremy Mack caused Kyron Drones to fumble it at the 7-yard line. After review, and it was an easy review, Monarchs took over and went coast to coast for a 7-0 lead. Then Mark-I James, a 10-yard rushing touchdown, capped a 97-yard drive, a 7-play 97-yard drive that took 350. It was 14-0 for Old Dominion. That was early second quarter. Still in the second, it was Traquan Jones, his 4th touchdown in the last 2 weeks. An 11-yard scamper capped a 9-play 88-yard drive that made it 21-0 Old Dominion. And then Trey Brown, a 13-yard reception from Colton Joseph. Extra point good. 8-play, 77-yard drive, 28-0 for Old Dominion. But Andy, I'm probably exaggerating here, but it seems like in every one of those Monarch drives, the Hokies committed a disastrous penalty that aided the Monarchs or completely saved the Monarchs.
I mean, a lot of these were stuff that's tacked on to the end. I mean, we had some highlight catches for Ja'Cory Thomas and for Gladding that were in there too. But the Gladding one, he made an outstanding catch, but then they added 15 yards onto it afterwards because of a penalty. And that just moved them down. 89 free yards in the first half, and your team is already kind of struggling out there. I mean, what you get is 28-0.
What's Ricky Ronnie saying in the locker room right now?
Well, he's probably saying, look, do not take your foot off of that gas pedal. Remember, we were in this position before in a bowl game against the Hilltoppers, 28-0, and we lost that game. We came out, did not score anything in the second half. You cannot let up.
28-0. Old Dominion leads Virginia Tech. That's the story here. Coming up next on our Monarch Football Halftime Report, other things going on in the world of college football. Richie Somerville has the notes all over the place. He'll recite them to you when we continue. 28-zip Monarchs at halftime on the ODU Sports Network.
All right, 9:45 on the clock, Richie. So is she still having FOMO? I don't know. Hey, she's on both sides, though.
Well, here's what she says to you.
She's got.
Tell Andy to cool it with the trash talk.
What trash talk? Hey, she's got skin on both sides. She got degrees on both sides.
Excuse my eating the peanut butter and jelly, but this is a secret weapon, the PB&J. Because you never know what food's going to do to you around these parts. You bring the PB&J from home.
One breakfast burrito at Rice, and he trusts nothing anymore. He still swears that I tried to poison him.
All right. I did not. Wow.
Yeah, if they lose next week, then I don't think anybody cares about that kid.
You know, you did the marriage of peanut butter and jelly. I mean, come on. Are you a peanut butter and jelly guy or no?
Oh yeah, no. It
No,
just
crunchy,
it takes
crunchy or creamy.
I could go either.
Okay.
It just takes a lot of work to put that together.
True. Especially if the bread's not right and you tear the bread with the peanut.
And Heidi buys this organic peanut butter that has to stay in the fridge, and it
Got to mix it.
But the problem, mixing is fine, but the problem is because it's cold, it's Play-Doh. When it get no chance of spreading it on bread.
Understand.
They can make a vase out of it, but a sandwich is difficult.
Where's the American flag? I'm looking for the American flag here. Back here at Lane Stadium, both teams going through their warm-up sessions. Monarchs doing a little 15-yard sprints out of the right end zone, leading it 28-0. Ted Alexander, Andy Michaud, James Witham here. Richie Somerville in our Monarch Game Day studios. And wherever you may be, if you're a Monarch fan, you got to be feeling pretty good. The key, though, is to getting this thing across the finish line. That means 30 more minutes of football against a team that is looking for a reason to be knocked out, I think. I think they're ripe for the pickings.
The fans certainly are.
This place is emptied out.
Yeah. The messages are simple. And Ricky Rodney's saying, look, keep that pedal down. Do not let up. I don't care what the scoreboard says. You keep going. Do not let off the gas. And Brent Pry is saying, we beat ourselves. 89 yards of penalties in one half is ridiculous. You're not going to beat anybody like that. And 2 turnovers, you're lucky it's not worse than it is what he's saying. So clean up the turnovers, clean up the penalties, and let's run the ball at them, get on the board, and let's go.
For those rumors that we heard circulating about potentially this being, if a lost game, Brent Pry's last, and that can also reach up to the athletic director with Babcock. Who knows? Who knows?
I tell you, nobody wearing orange is happy in any department right now.
And as we've talked about, the new wave in college football, the NIL stuff, you're paying players, the transfer portal where no one has to be loyal to anything and culture means nothing and all these types of things. It's a changing landscape, and those that can best navigate the new waters are the ones that will sail through them the most smoothly.
And I think what you're going to see is some of these Power 4 schools and conferences now, success breeds success. It did before, but they had an advantage. But now if you're going to base everything on ratings, if you're at the bottom, it's going to take a while to climb back to the top.
Well, the thing to talk about ratings, one of the reasons Virginia Tech has canceled part of its series with Old Dominion is because teams that get high television ratings in the ACC will get more money.
I understand. It makes perfect sense on both sides.
On both sides, I think.
Because recruiting, the reason they came to us at all is because they wanted to play in front of the 757 and recruit in the 757, which everybody wants to do. But now that's out the window. Recruiting is money. And to get money, they have to have bigger games on TV to get higher ratings. To get money, the Monarchs have to play these games and get paid for them on the road. And so both teams need the money, and so that's how it's done now.
Cameron Selden and Thomas, check that, Tyler Mason back to return the Monarch kickoff as we get the third quarter underway. Kickoff coming right to left towards Selden, halfway in his end zone, and he's going to bring it out across the 5, the 10, the 15, a burst of speed, the 20, tripped up there, and he dives out to the 28-yard line. Cameron Selden gives the Hokies decent field position to start this third quarter.
I tell you what, you better cross that 25-yard line if you're going to bring it out that deep in this position. I know you're looking for a spark, but
our second half start is brought to you by Bon Secours. With Bon Secours, it's never been easier to stay engaged in your health care your way. Bon Secours, primary specialty and emergency care for the universe of you.
The Monarch slow getting up. At Isles.
Davon Isles. Hokies will begin this drive at their 30.
Yeah, so depth on the defense starting to become an issue. You're down Mario Thompson. Koa tried to give it a go tonight, and obviously that did not work. And then Seth got banged up, although Seth is coming out right now. Looks like, yeah, he's out there now. So that's good news for the Monarchs. The other Nawatala is all right, and he's out there.
Jones with Terrion Stewart to his right. And he'll fake the handoff and roll to the near side. Rolling, still rolling. Tucks it, and it's maybe 2 yards. Popped out of bounds, no flag. Or did the flag come in late? Yes, there's the flag down
flags
there.
Came in late.
There were several that came in late.
Jeremy Mack is the one. Jeremy Mack is saying that's on drones. He's saying drones ran into him on the sidelines.
Well, if this night's gone anything like we
And you
I think
could
it has. You could make a case for him.
he
right
could
there.
make that argument. I didn't see him lunge towards him.
They won't give that to Drones.
Nope.
Now, keep in mind, and I hate to be the negative Nelly here, but you give these guys a little momentum. Western
absolutely.
Kentucky,
Yeah.
famous Toastery Bowl, look out below. Once the tide starts going against you, all that stuff, and you start doing stupid penalties. Now, I don't mind that one as much as others because it was a half a yard and it was trying to be aggressive. But come on now. Drones with the first down. The 45 hands it off to Stewart, and Stewart will get out to midfield and gobbled up there.
A good play. Mario Easterly coming in on the blitz from the safety spot.
And remember, the Hokies have nothing to lose. They're going to get chippy. They're going to try and draw the Monarchs into some silly penalties. Keep in mind, when Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech for the first time in 2018 in Norfolk, there was a lot of dirty play from that Hokie sideline.
And that was just a heavyweight fight. It was
Yep.
blow for blow,
Yep.
throwing big punches, big passes on both sides.
49-35, that Monarch victory.
This is an entirely different animal right now.
Yeah, this has been all Old Dominion in so many different ways as Drones goes back on a 2nd and 7. Chase from the pocket. And down he goes again with a flag flying again. That's another high-val jacked up sack. Cole Daniels in the backfield again, gobbling up the quarterback.
That flag came in late and not where the sack happened. I mean, Daniels just right through the gut. It's just a power move. Blitz was coming. They had to pick up Seth Nawatala.
You decline the holding penalty against Virginia Tech and bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was not even near the play. It was on the left tackle. But Nawatala came on a blitz, meaning one-on-one for Daniels, and he just blew it up.
3rd down and about 15. Drones back to throw. Monarchs trying to get off the field. Far side has a man. Pass is caught short of the first down sticks, and he'll be stopped by 4 Monarch DBs before getting to first down yardage. But it's 4th down. The ball's on the Old Dominion 46. They've got 4th and about 3 to go.
Yeah, they're going for
You
this.
got to go.
Tight end leaking out into the flat. It's just a 3-man rush until late because they had a spy. I think Nawatala was spying on Drones, but there wasn't really much of a pass rush. Everything was in coverage.
They need to get to the Old Dominion 43-yard line. It's 4th down for the Hokies, down 28-0. First drive of the 3rd quarter. Pass is going to be caught.
Well, that's
diving
close.
to the sticks. I think Watkins is going to get there, but we'll see. It's a long way away.
That's a good read, actually, by Drones because they brought the blitz off the corner.
Nice catch, too, from Watkins.
And he threw it right out to him, right where the blitz came from, which means the defender who's coming over in man coverage is a little further away.
They're going to look at it, guys.
All right, play under review.
They're saying 1st down, Old Dominion.
Yes,
Are they going to
saying he
review
was
this
short
first or
They may have already looked at it.
the expedited review?
Now they're going to look at it. They can't make up their mind.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, they brought that blitz right off of the edge, right where who would be covering Hawkins, and Hawkins ran right past him. Drones saw it, hit him in stride, and the safety coming over to pick up that spot had to come a much farther distance to get there, and he almost got there in time. Or this linebacker, sorry, it was Culbreth who got there.
Let's pause 10 seconds during this replay
I think he
review,
got it.
which looks to us like it's going to be a first down. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations along the line to identify themselves. From Blacksburg, Virginia, with the Monarchs up 28-0. This is the ODU Sports Network. So penalties and plays under review have this 3rd quarter off to a herky-jerky start. We saw the replay. I think he had the progress.
Yeah, I think
there.
he did too.
But what do we know, Andy? We're just a couple of schleps sitting here on the 7th floor.
So they brought the safety blitz. It was Jerome Carter flying in at the quarterback. Culbreth had to get over to take his spot.
Now, is he out there? Or
He's not out. And if they mark him where he went out, then he's got the half a body length for a first down.
Upheld first
Upheld.
down,
Holy
Monarchs.
smokes.
I guess they're saying that his shin.
His shin was out before the ball was to the line to gain.
I mean, it was very close.
So the Monarchs get a 4th down stop, and they get their first.
The Hokies
possession.
are now 1 of 4 on 4th down on the season. And continue to struggle in 3rd down as well.
Monarch football moving right to left. Hudson blue helmets, white jerseys, white pants. And we'll see if they can add to this score with 2 wide receivers to each side. First down from their own 44-yard line. Defense comes up with another stop. Joseph, far side pass is going to be caught and quickly brought down as Butler.
Well, that's just a missed block on the outside.
They do the wide receiver screen thing, or the smoke screen, as Andy calls it, just a loss of 1.5 yards on that play. First time we've seen that play really fail in a while, though.
Well, yeah, you throw it to the tight end, which means you have the wide out blocking, and usually it's the other way around.
2nd down and 12 from the 42. Traquan Jones to the left of quarterback Colton Joseph. And they hand it to Traquan. Up the middle, breaks through again into Hokie territory near the first down sticks at the 46.
That was almost a replay. That was almost another big touchdown one for the same reasons. They split him out wide.
How about that? Secondary
secondary gets spread, and
get the first down.
He was a shoestring away from taking it to the house again.
First down, Old Dominion. Monarchs would love just to burn clock and churn through real estate.
Every facet of this offense is just working tonight.
Traquan again takes the handoff and is going to break a tackle and get to the 40, now to the 39. He should have been down for 1.5 yards loss, but he kept the legs moving, and that's some strength.
That's a linebacker. That's Jaden Keller, who had him, but he had him high, up around the shoulders. He just shrugged him off.
Brown and Butler to the far side. Gladding and Thomas to the near side. Colton Joseph at quarterback in the shotgun formation. With a 2nd down and 4. Comes near side. Pass is caught by Traquan. He's got a first down out at the 33-yard line. Move the chains, keep the clock rolling. 11 minutes to play in the third, 28-0 Old Dominion.
He sent Jones in motion. He just continues that out, little flare route. It's basically like a 15-yard toss or pitch. And like you said, keep it rolling.
Monarchs moving from right to left toward the now almost empty student section here at Lane Stadium. A lot of folks have decided to head on out into the Blacksburg night after that 28-0 first half. High snap, corralled by Joseph, and Jones gets the handoff, but maybe nothing more, maybe 1 yard to the 31.
He got yanked down pretty hard on that one. It's the kind of thing where stuff gets twisted, but he's staying in. He seems okay.
Traquan, Sunbelt Conference Offensive Player of the Week with those 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Here's Joseph to throw. Looking far side. Long throw is incomplete. Intended for Brown.
Wow.
Defending on the play out there was Isaiah Brown Murray for
that
Virginia
play
Tech.
Is designed to go to the inside receiver. It's designed to go to Gladding, but they didn't bite on it. They stayed in their coverage, and he had double coverage on him. The safety stayed at home, so his only other choice is a 3-man route. He only had 3 options, and the last one was the long opposite hash throw on the comeback to Brown.
So the ball's still on the near hash mark, Andy. 3rd down and 10. Need to get to the 22-yard line to move the chains. Ball's at the 32. It would be like a 49-yard field goal from here. Joseph guns it over the middle. No one's home. Incomplete.
That's miscommunication. He was thinking that Brown was going to slow that down a little bit, and he didn't. He just continued that route up the field, and he threw it behind him.
And here's Riley Callahan, who's going to try and kick a career-long field goal in his 2nd field goal attempt for Old Dominion.
51? 50. He keeps moving up.
Ian Brandt will put it down just inside the 40-yard line, make it just about a 50-yard attempt. Brendan Durkin from Florida, New York, is the snapper. Ian Brandt, the holder. Snap down, and here's the kick. It's got the distance, and this kick is good. Riley Callahan from 50 increases the Monarchs' lead to 31-0. 9:54 to play in the third. All Monarchs here in Blacksburg on the ODU Sports Network.
He had a little bit left on that too. He had a good 8 yards more on that, at least. Hey, look at that. The flyover guys are from Norfolk.
Oh, are they?
Yep. The C-130.
That's pretty cool.
They're wearing Hokie gear, but they're stationed in Norfolk.
Richie, what's the score in that South Carolina game? Okay. $9:54 to play in the third. Hokies were driving. Monarchs came up with the stop. They go for a field goal and increase their lead to 31-0.
Riley Callahan has hit 2 field goals. One tied a career high at 47, and the last one broke it. He had some more left on that, too. I mean, that's a good 8, maybe more yards than that left.
This offense has really been looking good.
Yeah,
no panic, nothing, no major mistakes.
They look calm. They look collected. Everything is working right now.
James, the vibe in the building here in Blacksburg has to be different than it has been in 35 years. Your thoughts?
I mean, this is easily the most dismal I've seen it since we've started coming here. Now, granted, it's usually, going better for the Hokies than it is now. But, I mean, there's not a single soul in this building watching on television or listening to us that could have seen this coming. It's a shock.
We wanted the Monarchs to win the first quarter tonight. We talked about it all week. They did. They won the first half to the tune of a 28-0 advantage at intermission, and now they've increased that lead to 31-0.
21-0 in the second quarter.
And again, in the last 4+ quarters, Virginia Tech has been outscored 65-0. And I don't know who you pin this on. I don't know if blame is for everyone to shoulder. But my, oh my, it's like a complete system disaster.
I mean, Ricky Ronnie's over there, and I mean, he's doing this to his friend. I mean, it's this guy he's known for a long time. He's coached with before at Penn State.
I think you insulate yourself from that. You
don't
think for a second about that stuff, because remember, your friend also canceled the series. Your friend also did this, that, and the other thing. It's Old Dominion versus Virginia Tech.
Well, obviously, yeah, but I mean, as soon as that gun sounds, the end of this thing.
Well, it could be. I mean, the end of this thing could be the end of this thing for the home coach, and you never like to see that, but that's what's been rumored, and we'll have to wait and see. And it's obviously we have no inside track to those types of things, and you hate to see that no matter what's happening, and it creates anxiety and just turmoil in your program. Right. And especially when some of those rumors lead to your athletic director as well. Because there are thoughts that he might be out, because would you want him to hire your next coach after the Fuente and Brent Pry situations? Here's Kyron Drones. Has a man wide open. Pass caught at the 30, and that's a first down. Nice second and third effort from Hairston.
Jarikas
Hairston with some nice physicality there.
Inside note here. On that touchback, Forrest Jackson Forrest, linebacker, who's in there right now, was on the kick coverage team. He did not get to the end zone because it was a touchback. He slowed down. Hold on.
All right, here's a handoff, and this is a flag down as Hawkins gets it out to the 38.
Special teams coach comes onto the field as the defense is huddling, says, no, you go into that end zone. I don't care if it's a touchback. We do effort. You run in there. And so he made Forrest run all the way down into the end zone and came back out before he went right to the defensive huddle.
James, what was the call? Holding?
You got it. You got it. Holding.
Going
Hokies.
Against Tech. They'll move it back to the 27-yard line. They'll have a first down from there.
They have one shy of the century mark in the penalty department. 99 yards.
Penalties, turnovers, missed tackles, missed assignments. Other than that, it's been a great night for Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah, and they're getting outgained 358 to 170.
Kyron Drones has a man open near side, throws it to him. That's Hawkins, gets knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Nice effort from the defense there. Again, and it's Botris Alessandro pushing him out of bounds. You don't have to care if he makes the catch. Just make it a limited game, and he did.
When the penalty backed him up, so, yeah, you play softer coverage and let him come up and make the tackle, which Alessandro did.
Second down. They need to get out near midfield to move the chains. Drones back to throw. Has plenty of time this time. Comes near side. Pass is caught and then dropped. That
Alessandro again.
And Jarikas Harrison couldn't hold on thanks to the Alessandro hit.
And the safeties are playing well tonight. I mean, in all aspects. We've seen them come in blitzes. We've seen Super Mario coming up and doing stuff in the run game. But the reason these throws are going underneath and the hits are being made is because the safeties are doing their job.
And these are new guys, but for the most part, a lot of new guys.
Yeah.
All right, third down and a boatload. 3rd and 18. Drone, straight drop back. Flag flies. They will call procedure against the Hokies.
No, there's 100. This is just, at this point, they're checked out.
Well, and these type of penalties will drive your still here fans crazy because it shows a lack of focus.
Yeah. I mean, it's not loud in here. Not right now.
No, not at all.
There's no reason you should be jumping off.
Remember, this is only game 3, too, folks.
It's 3rd and 23 now.
Still have to get out to the 47. From the near half. Another flag. Is that going to be another false start? You got to be kidding me. Yes, another false start.
Whew. That's what's going to make this worse for everybody involved in Maroon right now. It's not just that they're getting beat like this, it's that they're getting beat like this and they look terrible.
Right.
And it's sloppy, less than all-out effort.
This fricassee is half-baked, people. And that's what you're getting out of the Hokies, and that's very unexpected. Drones back to throw. It's 3rd and a mile and a half, and he's going to come near side. He's going to try and run for it, and he's going to run out of room as he gets knocked out of bounds, well short of first down yardage. 4th down for the Hokies.
He got it up to the 30, but, yeah, he's short of the original line of scrimmage by 5 yards, 6 yards.
The numbers for Kyron Drones, nothing special. 9 for 15 for 53 yards and an interception. Rushing, 13 carries, 39 yards. 32 of them came on 1 carry. The punt toward Easterly. Bounces at the 28, heads out of bounds at the Monarch 22-yard line.
He's been sacked 3 times.
That's where the Monarchs will take over when we return. 7:38 to play in our 3rd quarter. All Monarchs here in Blacksburg. ODU 31, Virginia Tech nothing on the ODU Sports Network. Hey, appreciate the comments that you're putting into our little stream. It's fun. If you got anything, do you remember the first games against Virginia Tech? Do you remember how you felt when those games were happening? As especially that 38-0 loss in the first ever meeting.
Which we never crossed that midfield stripe.
Never crossed the midfield stripe. And then the joy of 2018. And then the craziness of, 2023?
Yeah.
Other than that, we've never won in this building. And we've got a 31-0 lead. If you want to comment on it, you can go to our page, and somewhere in the comments thing, just press some buttons and do magic stuff, and we'll read it. Meanwhile, back to the PB&J.
Well, you got the thing. I can't read it, so you're reading all the comments. He's filtering out all the ones that say, great job, Andy. We love Andy. And he's just saying everything about Tech. Well, that is interesting.
1974.
When's the last time they were shut out at home? Yeah, the peanut butter.
Just about halfway through quarter number 3. 31-0 Monarchs. And Richie's been diving into the record book, Andy. Hokies lost by 35 to Duke in 2019. Worst loss, though, from his quick look for Virginia Tech, 1974, 37-0 to Houston. Home losses, I'm sorry. Here it's 31-0 Old Dominion. James, bring us some flavor from the sideline, please.
Well, from where I'm sitting, it's a little sour if you're wearing maroon right now, but it's been very businesslike for the Monarchs, which is exactly what Coach Ronnie said he wanted to see in the second half. So mission accomplished there.
So you see the focus on the Monarchs side.
Very much so.
Okay. 1st and 10 Old Dominion. They'll mark it at the ODU 23. Monarchs moving right to left from the far hash mark. Bring a man in motion. That's Brown. And Colton Joseph keeps it, and he's busting free across the 30 to 31. And enough of the flags.
Another one
on both sides. Come on now.
That came in from the referee behind the line.
This has to be holding Old Dominion.
Yeah, usually.
Holding Old Dominion.
I got to get Woodsma.
Is this an ACC crew? It's Daryl DeBerry as our referee.
Pretty sure it is.
And how many penalties? See if you can get to the abacus and figure out how many flags they've flown.
15 as of now. 11 on the Hokies, 4 on the Monarchs.
Check their rotator cuff.
Yeah, right. He's going to need Tommy John surgery at the end of this game.
1st and 20 from the 13-yard line. High snap, corralled by Joseph, and he hands the ball off. And coming out to the 15-yard line, getting swarmed there is Hargrove. Catravian Hargrove. And it'll be 2nd down. Just keep the clock going. That's all we need out of this drive. Clock turnage. Monarchs led 28-0 in intermission. Added a Riley Callahan career long. What did they officially give him as the length of that, Andy? Was that 49 or 50?
Pretty sure it was 50. Let me double check.
Snap and another handoff to Hargrove, who's trying to wait his way for a seam. Can't find it.
Yeah,
no
50.
gain on the play. 50?
50.
Riley Callahan, a 50-yard field goal along with 4 extra points out of 4. Closest the Hokies came to scoring, they had it drones on a run inside the 10, but Jeremy Mack forced a fumble. They went to review, and it was given to the Monarchs on a great play, Jeremy Mack.
Now, so far, the best drones have been in the air at halftime.
Hargrove to the far side. Quarterback draw. Joseph near side. Cuts it across the 30. Dives toward the first down. Sticks, I believe, is a yard short.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe 1.5 yards short. But that was a wide open space. They all bit the pump fake. He faked a little flare route. They all bit, and then he just takes off.
And does the punt team come on?
Looks like it.
Looks like it.
But again,
actually, it looks like they're leaving just 2 guys on the field. Now comes the rest of the punt team.
Yeah, again, you're keeping it on the ground. You keep the clock running. I think that's Woodsma and Skylar Grant who are in the personal protectors here, so they stayed out.
One punt for 42 yards in the first half for Ian Brandt. Came in
Hokies.
averaging 45 yards a kick. There's a high spiral booming into the Blacksburg night. Caught at the 22-yard line, and that's where the Hokies will begin.
Another flag.
Is that another flag? Are they going to say somebody got puffy?
Way back near the sidelines, and yeah, somebody
lost their composure. And no matter who it's on, it's a bad play. Come on.
Right now, Ricky Ronnie is in the ear hole of Lott.
Yeah, you've got him pinned back at the 22-yard line. Mid to late third quarter. You've got a 31-0 lead. Don't do anything stupid. Be disciplined.
Now, Ronnie thinks this is going to be against TJ Lott for blocking out of bounds or something. The long discussion for it, though.
See if we have our ref mic contraption fixed. They've been working to try and get it fixed up.
Mine's been given like a PowerPoint presentation to explain this.
After the play, there are unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Kicking team number 0, receiving team number 9. Number 0 for ODU has been ejected from the game.
So Lott's ejected from the game. It's offsetting penalties.
That is number 9's first unsportsmanlike.
I'd rather have James just tell me what this dude says, because that's horrible sounding. James, what do you got?
Well, the penalties will offset, and Lott has been kicked out of the game.
And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10 from their own 23 when we return. 5:16 to play in the third in Blacksburg. Old Dominion all over Virginia Tech in their 7th meeting. 31-0 Monarchs on the ODU Sports Network.
It was Selden for the Hokies.
Correct.
No,
Oh,
there it is.
come on. We just saw the replay.
Yeah,
And well
Selden-
behind the play, Selden just took a slap to the face from Lott.
Well, Selden shoved him and then blocked him out of bounds and then stood over him.
It's always the second guy.
Well, the second guy doesn't need to throw a punch.
Yeah,
No, he
that's it.
doesn't. No.
Technically, they did get both of them, but because Lott was the one that threw a punch, that's the ejectable offense.
Good question.
I believe so. At least the first half.
Does it count if you have a bye? Or does it just evaporate in
You want
7 days?
him to sit out the first half of the bye?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he's not allowed to have fun for what, 2 hours?
Instead of missing any action, no fun.
He gets to miss practice. Oh, no.
That's oh my. James, is it comfortable down there? Or are you freezing?
No, it's actually really comfortable. I was expecting to be a little cold, but it's really comfortable down here.
Chilly night now for a number of different reasons, figuratively and literally, for the Hokies.
All right, so the penalty we got sorted out. The replay, Cameron Selden blocked TJ Lott out of bounds, knocked him down, and then stood over him, which gave him the flag. Lott didn't like that, got up and threw a punch, and that got him ejected because you can't throw a punch. That's an immediate ejection.
Not sure if he's out for the Liberty game 2 weeks from tonight. Monarchs off next week. And meanwhile, next up for the Hokies, 1 week from today, the Wofford Terriers will come to town. Now, temperature-wise, down to 64, started at 77. But, James, you say it's rather comfortable. That's good. And it'll be Hokie football, 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
I mean, part of that could just be the heat from the anger from the stands, too. So I might be getting a little bit of that.
A lot of fans have headed for the exits. If the score holds, the Hokies will drop to 0-3. Monarchs would improve to 2-1, but let's not talk about that quite yet. Kyron Drones can make some plays, but keep in mind this Hokie offense hasn't scored a point in the last 4-5 quarters. Drones far side pass caught and then decleated. Ooh. Oh, look at that play there. Zion Frink.
Boy, that's lumber right there.
And the catch was made, but then Frink showed up and made sure that was a Frink's robbery there.
That's deep balling the receiver. That ball it was moving and the receiver went backwards and the ball kept going forward.
Maybe that'll be a new phrase in Webster's. 2nd and 10 from the 23.
You say decleating, but the ball just kept moving without it.
So you call it deballing?
Yes, I'm sticking by it.
All right.
Going to review this to see if it's an incomplete pass.
Well, if it's not, then it's a Monarch turnover because the Monarchs picked it up.
This is a gigantic waste of time.
Do you think it will be overturned? I do not.
No, it's an incomplete pass.
Monarch football presented in part by High Val Industries. Go to highval.com for all your hydraulic needs. High Val proudly serving their customers for over 47 years. And Andy, we've had some High Val jacked up sacks tonight. I believe 3.
3.
And we were looking for that from the defensive line. Just been a really good. Did he make the football move? No, I think he got 2 feet down, but I don't know if he made any football move.
Close if he got 2 feet down, but he definitely didn't make any move.
I also don't think he had complete control of the ball as he was turning either yet.
And what is a football move? You got to make the Heisman pose or something. You give the muscles thing, or what's a football move?
It depends on who you're talking to.
I'm talking to Andy. Tell me what a football move is.
Upheld. Waste of time.
Calling the field is
We're sorry, we just wasted your time. 3rd down and 10.
In that instance, a move would have been to tuck the ball and try to make a move to go around the defender.
2nd down and 10, I should say. Your explanation got him another down. Ball's on the near hash mark. They're moving from left to right, from those empty stands toward other empty stands.
Well, the band is still down there.
Well, the tidy whiteys are still down there, too.
Oh, boy.
Here we go, Drones. Pumps once, goes deep down the near side, has a man wide open, pass caught at the 35, stopping and spinning and going down at the 10-yard line. That's Aiden Green, their leading receiver, finally making his presence.
Got tangled up a little bit, and then he got open.
Wide open. 1st down from the 10. Drones going for the far corner. Pass caught. Touchdown. Virginia Tech, and they're on the board.
That was Jordan Saunders, the safety, who kind of got beat on that redshirt sophomore. The first time he's been in, I think. He was in a relief capacity.
Aiden Green sets up the touchdown, and it goes to Donovan Green for 6, and it's a 31-6 ball game with 4.5 to play in the 3rd.
And Frank on the coverage, he's mad, but, that was just leverage. He got inside leverage, and Drones put it towards the outside. There's no way to make a play on that without going through the receiver.
Is that Saunders who Aiden got by for the first play? And here we go. Love is 91 for 91 in his career on extra points, and now he's 92 for 92. And finally, they can get the pyrotechnics off the roof here at Lane Stadium as the Hokies are on the board. It's a 31-7 ball game.
And the push-up guy's coming. He's got to stretch out again. So, the first big play they've managed to get together. And it was on Saunders, who I think just checked in that play. And he kind of got caught with his eyes in the backfield a little bit. Maybe a little confusion on the responsibilities. By the time he recovered, Green was past him. $67 yards on the pass to Green and set it up.
So it'll be a kickoff from Mr. Only has kicked touchbacks all year, 8 for 8.
That's how you get to wear 25 on special teams.
Yep. He's wearing the Frank Beamer honoree, and they go for the onside kick, and it's grabbed by the Monarchs. What a nice snag at the 46-yard line.
That was a surprise one there. They did not have that formation.
I believe that is Derek Goodman.
Yeah, it is. That's a pretty good play right there.
That's a really good play.
Because they're not in hands. They are not expecting that. And
yeah, he made it coming to the near side, sidewinded it, and made a nice play with his two hands.
Yeah, he caught that in the air on the bounce. If that gets past him, I think the Hokies have numbers by a lot. It's like 5 on 2 if that gets past him, but a great catch.
So Joseph and Markai James in the backfield as the Monarchs have a 1st and 10 on the Hokie 46 after the failed onside kick. 31-7 Old Dominion. Joseph keeps it and dives to the 46, maybe the 45. Give him a half a yard on 1st down and give that clock a spin.
I think that was one of the few bad reads that he's made all night. James had numbers on the outside.
Well, the Hokie defense realizes if we're going to pull off the circus comeback, we need stops.
He almost got through that hole, too.
Gladding and Brown to the far side on a 2nd down and 9, and Joseph's going to throw. Looking to the far side. Now looking near side. Has a man pass caught. That's Johnson inside the 40 to the 37. It'll be 3rd and about 3 coming up.
Well, that was the 3rd read because he was trying to go deep, and then he checked down to the other side looking for Ja'Cory Thomas, who got jammed at the line of scrimmage, and then he had to check down, and he found Dawson Johnson.
From the near hash mark, 3rd down, need to get to the 36-yard line. They're 2 yards away. 3.5 to play in the 3rd. Monarchs 31, Virginia Tech 7. Hokies have just gotten on the board, Andy. Monarchs need to take some of that momentum away.
Those that are still here are getting loud on 3rd down.
What? Joseph keeps it himself, and he's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20 to the 15, pushed out of bounds at the 12.
Well, they sold out that time to stop the running back, and a good pull and a good read, and again, the speed. And Flowers, the safety, is the only guy that can stop him.
Move the chains, under 3 to play in the 3rd. 1st down for Old Dominion.
I think that's his longest rush of the night.
Monarchs have a field goal this quarter, and that's been it. They led 28-0 at the half. 7-0 after 1. Hokies have just scored their first TD of the game. And here's James. And James is going to get bottled up and push back. And it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, 26 yards on that one. That was his longest rush of the night. He's now got 7 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. Joseph does. Jones has 9 carries, 73 yards and a touchdown.
2nd and 11. Tick, tick, tick. Heading toward the 2-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. Fans still here trying to make their presence felt for their Hokie defense. Joseph looking far side, going corner pattern. Pass is up there. Caught. Is that a touchdown? Yes, touchdown. Old Dominion. What a throw right there. And reeling it in for 6 with Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding.
Wheel route. And I thought they might throw it because they had one safety. And there was no help on the outside. So it's just man coverage. It's one-on-one out there. And the wheel route thrown to perfection. And Gladding pulling it in.
What a throw.
They may take a look at this, but that was a ridiculous
Why are they going to take
throw.
no taking a look at things? Everything's fine. Just get the little hand fighting.
Over the outside shoulder.
Oh, he's got enough in. Do you think he might have lost it on the way?
Well, that's the question, is whether or not he kept it when he hit the ground. He's got 1 foot down. The question is whether that ball comes loose when it hits the ground. And he kind of rolls over on top of it, so you can't really see.
I don't think he can really see anything. James, I think we should move along, don't you?
Yeah, I think we should definitely move along, especially since they're not showing the replay on the big board, and we usually know what that means. Oh, no, here comes one. There we go. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, the foot's down and all that
That's
stuff.
a touchdown. Let's move on with our lives.
They don't have enough to overturn it.
All right, we're in the wacky extra point thing, so we're thankfully getting along with our lives. It's 37-7 Old Dominion, 109 seconds to go in the third.
WEPT. Is that the new formation?
Nice hold by Brandt, and the extra point from Callahan is good.
That was. I mean, I saw it coming when I saw that man coverage. I said they might throw this, and the wheel route run to perfection. I mean, the coverage was actually pretty good, but that ball was dropped in there. He could have put that thing in the bucket from like Lowe's or Home Depot.
Well, James, the thing I'm impressed with here is you answer the Hokie touchdown with one of your own. So you see them make a sniff at momentum, then you pull it from their noses.
You leave nothing to chance, and it would be really easy to take your foot off the gas. You think you've got this, you just bleed the clock out and you call it a night. But maybe you'll learn a little something from the famous Toastery Bowl or something like that, where you realize you can't do things like that, and you just, keep the onslaught going, because why not?
I mean, we've seen a couple of examples of the coaching staff keeping these guys focused and level-headed. I'm talking about, making Jackson Forrest run down into the end zone on a touchback because he didn't do it. And Ronnie getting all into TJ Lott's ear hole after he threw a punch at a guy.
All right, Mikhail Yakovlev is going to kick off from right to left. And Cameron Selden and Tyler Mason are back to return the kick. Yakovlev high end-over-end kick will find its way to the goal line, and that is where Selden will pick it up across the 10. The 15 goes to the sideline, take it down at the 13-yard line. Good effort from the Monarch kick coverage team.
Which has been much better tonight than we've seen in the previous weeks.
ODU Athletics Seats for Service program is presented by ADS Incorporated. It's aimed to offer Monarch fans a unique opportunity to give back, support our military, healthcare professionals, first responders, and educators throughout the Hampton Roads community by sponsoring tickets to ODU athletic events. Every donation of $10 ensures that a seat is made available to local military groups, nonprofit organizations, or healthcare institutions. Join us in expressing gratitude to those who selfishly serve our community each and every day with the Seats for Service Members program from ADS Incorporated. Drones back to throw. Looking. Ball is going to be caught at the 24.
Yeah, good protection. Monarchs again playing deep, not letting them get any quick plays to get over the top.
Isaiah Spencer with the reception for Virginia Tech out at the 25-yard line. Second down and 3. Drones other way, fires. Pass caught for a first down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that last one had to be the slowest dig route I have ever seen. It took like 5 seconds to come across the middle of that catch.
Benji Gosnell with his first catch of the night moves the chains as we go to 1:14 to play in the third quarter, 38-7 Old Dominion.
15 of 21, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 57 yards and a touchdown on the ground for Joseph.
Drones running for his life, far side, throws, pass, caught at the 32, cutting inside to the 40, 45, tripped up there. Prelu with a nice yard after catch type of event, and he's got the chains moving to the 46-yard line.
I was saying that to make the comparison to Drones, who's adding stats as I'm saying it.
Correct.
71% accuracy for Joseph tonight.
And no goofy decisions, really.
No.
It's
well,
solid.
Except for one that he got away with.
Solid decision-making. Here's Drones. Back to throw. Comes near side to Prelude. Pass caught. He's pasted at the 44.
That Forrest. Nope.
Lucas struck.
He struck him.
Lucas struck Prelude on that one.
Prelude got struck.
Tackle for loss. 2nd and 11 for Virginia Tech now with 4 seconds to play in the quarter. Drones gets the playoff. Looking near side now, dumps the ball off to Prelude once again. He's hit it midfield and dragged down at the 48-yard line of Old Dominion. And that'll bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Monarchs led 7-0 after 1. 28-0 at halftime. And as we head to the final 15 minutes, it's Old Dominion 38, Virginia Tech 7. Back to Blacksburg in a moment on the ODU Sports Network.
Some violent tackles going on out there in a 38-7 game.
Thank you.
Nice.
Wow. You said
Apparently,
break 20,
Lenora
Richie?
Sellers was just knocked out of that South Carolina game.
What are you watching TV down there?
I was looking at Eric's text.
Yeah,
I saw the alert on my phone. We're good.
James is down there watching TV. He's just watching TV.
Have you gotten the nacho yet?
Does anybody want nachos?
Yeah, have you gotten
Yeah,
the
how's the
nacho
nacho thing going?
They're not happy. I'm not going to talk to them.
See, there's a contraption down there that's like a sort of an on-field suite. And beforehand, James said, I'm going to go down there during the game and get some nachos from them and see what's going on in that suite. And we were all for it. We talked about it, et cetera. Well, this is the first we've heard about it in the 3 hours since.
Well, it's much like the chips. It's a little salty over there.
There, well played, well played. You got people writing your stuff? Blacksburg, Virginia, on a September Saturday night. A little chilly. 64 degrees. Not much of a breeze, which is very helpful. And they're shouting and jumping up and down and thinking about Animal House and those types of things. But it's not the frat house that's getting trashed this time. It's the local football team that is on their way to an 0-3 record, trailing Old Dominion 38-7. I'm Ted Alexander, Andy Mishaw alongside. Down on the sidelines, it's James Witham, Richie Somerville, going through the record book and keeping us up to date with what's going on in college football from their Monarch Game Day studios in Virginia Beach. And wherever you are tonight, whether you're listening on the radio or via our live booth cam stream, we appreciate you joining us for what's an historic night, Andy. I mean, the Monarchs came out on this trip with a mission to play violently from the first snap and play hard and play to their abilities and execute well, and they have done that.
Yeah, we went into a break. I was just saying, there's some violent tackling going on out there in a 38-7 game.
That's exactly what Ricky Ronnie told James that at the intermission. So as we come back to action, it'll be a 3rd down and 4 for the Hokies. They'll be moving now right to left towards the abandoned student section.
Completely empty, but
no. But they were here early and often.
Let's just say there's a lot more band than students left.
Correct.
Well, the band are students, but you know what I mean.
From the near hash, Prelu in motion to the far side. Drones looking at him, goes over the middle, catch, caught by the tight end. And it's a 1st down inside the 40 at the 39.
That's a good, well-designed play because they got the running back in motion out to the right, and Prelu's on that flare route. Everybody's eyes follow him, and nobody sees the tight end on the slant coming back underneath him.
That's Harrison St. Germain on that one. Drones passing exclusively and flush from the pocket to the far side. He's got the edge, throws across his body, caught at the 24-yard line. So into the red zone, go to the Hokies after a nice throw there.
Right now, everybody's still.
That's Spencer.
They're wondering, where has this been all night? That was a heck of a throw across his body on the run, and he threw a dart.
A 1st down at the Old Dominion 23. Drones takes the snap, dumps the ball off near side. Great tackle coming on the near side. Struck
again, yeah.
Prelu taken down in the open field by the Monarch safety, Lucas Struck, the 6', 200-pound redshirt sophomore from Iowa Wesleyan. 2nd down and 11 for the Hokies from the near hash mark. Drones again, near side, looking, pumping, throwing. Pass caught at the 18, bumped out of bounds. There is Donovan Green. He caught the touchdown pass, and he gets the Hokies deeper into Monarch territory here in the fourth. Monarchs with heavy defensive substitutions, and they wait till everybody gets off the field.
You got to make sure we got to dive into the rosters now. We're getting into that play.
Handoff to Prelude, gets past the first level before now Atala brings him down at the 7-yard line.
Monarch, they're going to bow up and don't you have pride in this, but as long as that clock keeps moving.
Now the Hokies bring in substitutions, and they'll wait for everybody to settle down before they get this first down and goal from the 7. Again, Prelude dancing his way to the 4-yard line. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock. 12:37 to play. Andy, I mismentioned talking about Struck earlier. It was Jackson Forrest that you'd mentioned. A couple of nice plays.
18 and 19.
Again, names we hadn't heard before making their presence felt. Second down and goal for the Hokies. Ball's right in the middle of the field as they drive right to left. Drones keeps it himself this time, and he gets inside the 5, dives and scores. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. 12:06 to go. It's 38-13 Monarchs.
A good read, and that was the most determination I've seen Drones run with all night. I mean, that was spread out. There were guys in front of him. He had a pretty good block by the tight end, but he went through 3 other guys to dive for the end zone.
Yeah, the guy making the key block there was Zeke Wimbush. And Drones could just make his decision.
Now they're going to review this. They're going to review this to see if maybe he was in or down.
We know the ball got there, but were his knees down? Oh, I think it's in there because I think he's on top of the legs of the Monarch defender.
That's Jerome Carter, who kind of went for a ride there from the 2-yard line in.
James, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he might be short. Not by much, but I think he's short.
Well, if they're going to mount this circus comeback, the longer it takes them to score each time would be better for Monarch interests.
They've packed up the tent and the circus has left town.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah.
This dress in the bag?
The dress was in the bag probably about 20 minutes ago, but we can do it now.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm not giving anything away yet.
Oh, he's in. That ball crossed the plane. His elbow's the first thing that hit, but I think the ball's over the plane first.
Don't forget, Monarchs are into the first of 2 bye weeks next week. So no Ricky Ronnie Coach's show at Grain Monday night and no football game next weekend. Next action will be a week from Monday, the Ricky Ronnie Coach's show, and then a week from next Saturday, the Monarchs hosting the Liberty Flames at Cornblau Field at Essen Growler Stadium. We'll have a kickoff time for you come Monday afternoon.
Right elbow hits before the left elbow.
And the ball's at the 1-yard line.
You were right, because he was on top of Carter, and I think that what they're going to say is the right elbow hits down, and the ball is like a less than a half a yard short.
I can just see those that were officials in the 70s saying, I'm glad we didn't have to go through this stuff.
There was no frame by frame.
Right.
Because in slow motion, everything looks like pass interference.
Correct.
Everything looks down. Well, they got the ball spotted inside the 1. The Hokie offense is on the field. The Monarch defense is on the field. The referee is, for some reason, still looking into the monitor.
Well, another official is jogging up from the left goal line now and going to go look at the TV.
Has someone not told him that the decision is made? They may be discussing the clock, too, because the clock should have still been running.
Instead of stopping at 12:06 when we went in the end zone, they automatically stop it. Touchdown, James.
Yeah, after all that, they gave him the touchdown.
All right.
Well, there you go. It's still a touchdown, folks.
So now they pick the ball up and move it back to the 3. And they're going to go for 2 here.
Well, isn't that special? Spreads everybody out. Nobody in the backfield.
Yeah,
3 to the far side, 2
watch
to the near.
drones here. Watch the quarterback run.
Little quarterback draw, maybe. Straight drop back, throws over the middle, and it's knocked down.
Batted down at the line. That's Trinidad who got that one. That was swatted like, now call him Swan Roger. It's a preview.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You're saying the big guy may have got bigger.
Yeah, he's been working hard. You can tell. Fourth quarter, 38-13. Timeout on the field, 12:06 to go. Monarchs in control. How about a nice long time chewing up like the Tasmanian Devil
Yeah, I'd like to order that.
drive? That's next on the ODU Sports Network.
He's teasing the drive that he knows is going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's put 40 on him. He'll break 40.
It's interesting that this play is like 20 seconds behind, so you can get a look at what actually happened.
It's a secret.
Getting set for a Virginia Tech kickoff. They've just scored their second touchdown and have pulled to within 38-13. If nothing screwy happens, Monarchs will get to the finish line for their first ever win in this building and send the Hokies to 0-3.
Yeah, it's not time to start celebrating just yet.
Well, James already popped the champagne on the sideline.
Hands team out here.
But a regular kickoff from Lowe, and it's another touchback. And so the Monarchs will take over from their own 25. ODU football presented in part by Under Armour. Under Armour is proud to outfit Old Dominion University football in the world's most innovative footwear, uniforms, and training gear. Visit UA.com today to see Under Armour's full range of performance gear and footwear.
Now that last onside kick may have been something that, they set up. If they're not in hands, go ahead and do the onside kick. If they are in hands, kick it deep.
Hokies get Wofford next week. Then it's off to NC State.
Carricker's licking their chops.
Monarchs off next week, then host Liberty 2 weeks from tonight. Colton Joseph at quarterback from the 25. Ball in the far hash mark. They're moving left to right with the Hudson blue helmets, white jerseys, white pants. And Colton will hand the ball off right guard, spinning past the first tackler. It's Traquan Jones. Maybe 3 yards on the carry, 2nd and 7.
At some point, they're going to make him throw this because they're going to keep throwing extra guys in the box.
2 wide receivers on each side of the formation. 4 down linemen. Couple of linebackers. Waiting the second down call. 11:39 to play. 38-13. Old Dominion leading here in Blacksburg. Very quiet crowd.
5 on the play clock.
Just taking your time. And again, Hand the ball off. And making the first man miss is Jones, and he keeps churning out to 34-yard line. It'll be third and about 1 coming up.
Yeah, the message now from the sidelines, both hands on the football.
Yep.
At all times.
Devin Roche, in his first action of the season, fumbled in the first quarter.
We haven't seen him since, so you wonder if he may have tweaked something.
Well, he might have tweaked the minds of the coaches who don't like seeing running backs
that
going
too.
in there coughing it up. But the Monarch defense bailed him out with a stop. Here we go, third down. A short 2. Need the 35. Let that play clock dwindle. It's down to 5 right now. 10:38 on the game clock. Hand the ball off. First down, Old Dominion. Bouncing off tacklers. Jones spinning out across the 50 to the 48-yard line of Virginia Tech. Boy, he's a tough runner, isn't he, Andy?
He is. I mean, he's bouncing off the guys. And I tell you what, that was close. That was very close. He almost sprung another one.
Clock stops, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going.
He's
10-10 wins to play.
5'9", 183, but he does not run like that.
No. From the Hokie 49, ball in the middle of the football field for shotgun standing Colton Joseph, who's had himself another wonderful evening. Moves Jones to his right. 2 wide receivers to each side of the formation. Monarchs looking for the true dagger, perhaps. And it's Joseph handing it off to Jones. And, nice tackle made there at the 47-yard line.
And doing everything you need to do, though. I mean,
Yep.
keeping the clock running, snapping it with 2 seconds left on the play clock.
Yep.
The spread of the running game, 13 carries for Jones. He leads everybody, but Joseph has 7. James has 7. Hargrove has 5. The only one that has 1 is Roche.
What's that total yardage looking like?
211. 35 carries, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground is a team.
Second down and 8 for Old Dominion from the Hokie 47. And you turn and just hand the ball off, and Jones will get to the 44-yard line as a flag comes in, and that's going to stop the clock.
Coming in way late.
Thrown by the referee.
Usually that's holding, but that was really late.
And that's a holding call against Old Dominion. Cost the Monarchs 10 yards, but they'll get second down again. Make it a second down and about 18.
I think you got Joyce on that one.
Good to see Barlev still in the ballgame. Point is, he's played most of the game.
Yeah, and he's held up pretty well. The only time we really called his name was when he got his helmet almost ripped off.
True.
A flag against Virginia Tech.
Second and 18 for ODU. Under 9 minutes to play.
The line has played really well tonight. We haven't mentioned them
Yep.
enough.
Yep.
Good protection. Good holes.
Roche back in the lineup. Look for a swing pass if they're going to pass it at all. Last time he touched it, he fumbled it. Play action pass. Joseph going deep down the near side. That ball is that caught? Oh, that's caught right there. What a grab made by T.J. Johnson. His best as a Monarch.
That's the same play they scored the touchdown on. It's a little wheel route on the outside, and that is, I cannot tell you how good an adjustment that is.
And
That
a
ball
great
was-
throw, too.
He put that to the outside shoulder, kind of away from the defender, and Johnson kept his eyes on it, kept tracking it, made a little adjustment to the sidelines, and made a great catch.
And now you can get back to the ball control stuff as we head toward the 8-minute mark. They'll snap it. It'll be under 8 to play.
Also, the route he ran left Joseph enough room to miss a little bit on the
Yep.
outside. Because
Yep.
you're running straight down the sidelines, that's incomplete. He's got nowhere to put it.
Good point. Joseph keeps it this time and heads up the gut to the 15-yard line and dives underneath the tackle there.
Also, he made a diving, falling catch, getting a knee down inbounds. Tell you what, they like these receivers coming in. I had some questions because what I saw in scrimmage games early on, and they were just not on the same page. But
It takes
Tell
some
you what,
time. It takes some time. You know that.
these dudes are hauling in some footballs tonight.
And he's spreading it around, too.
Yeah. And they're making great contested catches.
From the 15-yard line, second down and 4 for the Monarchs into the red zone, leading 38-13. Snapping it with 5 to go on the play clock. Give it to Roche. He's up the middle. Devin Roche, touchdown, Old Dominion.
What
Check,
fumble?
please.
What fumble?
44-13, 7:02 to go.
Well, they're going to get flags because he did a fadeaway with the ball.
God.
I mean, he didn't dunk it. He didn't spike it. He just kind of tossed it, but he tossed it in a fadeaway fallback Jordan motion.
After going, well.
He went crossed over between the legs and then did it.
You know, it's like, come on. You know, we're paying players now. We aren't going to let them do that little move.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's not like he threw it at somebody.
You know, the glass ceiling's busted here.
Tell you what, on a Sunday, that's not a penalty.
True.
On a Sunday, that's a boring celebration.
Correct. And they'll enforce that on the kickoff. Callahan's going to come on for the extra point now with 7:02 to go.
But touchdown, they give up a touchdown, and they've answered twice.
Correct. Time Saver Traffic says roadways will be pretty clear by the time we get out of here. Callahan's kick is good. And with 7:02 to go, the Monarchs have themselves a 45-13 lead. And I'm not sure if we saw this coming.
It depends on how many more reviews we have of pointless plays.
Correct.
So that's everybody getting in on the party on the ground game tonight. Now the Roche, 4 carries, 25 yards, and the touchdown. Average per rush, 6.3 yards per rush tonight as a team. 276 yards in the air, 232 on the ground, 508 total yards.
You chew on the numbers. We'll take a break on the ODU Sports Network. What was this, 23? Damn. Nice.
USF puked on their shoes today, didn't they? Oh, nice.
Nice.
Right, you have to credit them if we're going to use that.
Somebody on TikTok actually changed the Enter Sandman entrance and changed it to the Mr. Sandman song. It's pretty funny.
They're getting after it.
Monarch football from Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. A great night for the Monarchs. 45-13 they lead Virginia Tech with 7:02 to go. James, you've been down there all season for the last several seasons, but this has to be a pretty proud moment for Ricky Ronnie.
It has to be. And, I mean, you got to really start having the conversation of, is this the biggest win in program history? If not, at least in the Ronnie era, because it's not just that you're beating Virginia Tech at Lane Stadium. It's how you're doing it and how you keep answering every score they have and how everything's essentially gone right for the Monarchs tonight.
I think the 2018 game is the biggest one in history, but you're right. This is in their building where it had never happened before. Short kickoff from the 15. Prelude across the 40 to the 43-yard line. They kicked it short.
Like,
and he
the
took
penalty
advantage.
backed them up. So.
Right. And let's see if it's still drones out there.
Yeah, at this point, Monarchs get it back. You're going to think it's going to be Hennikel.
I don't think you could ever take away 2018, James. That's the only thing. I think that was just a seismic win for ODU, 49-35 over the Hokies, because you never thought you belonged on the same field with them.
But you've never beaten a Power 4 on the road before either.
True. Here's Drones. Far side pass going to be caught again, pushing his way out to the 44-yard line for a gain of 3 on first down.
We've only beaten one Power 4 school.
That's Braden Bennett.
This will be the third time.
Go to 3 and 4 against the Hokies. And we'll be back here next year. Drones back to throw once again. Looking, a lot of time. Rolling near side, flinging deep with all he's got to the corner, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's kind of a wheel route, and
it's a flat tire route.
It took about 18 seconds for Drones to come back around to Jarikas Hairston, and then he threw that thing skyward. By the time it came down, it was plenty of time.
6:14 on the clock.
I think it was Steiger who was on the coverage.
Yeah, correct.
Who plenty of time to get back, close up, and knock that away.
3rd down and 8. Need to get to the Monarch 48 to keep the drive going. Clock stops, 6:14. Drones now back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, has a lot of room in front of him. He's going to keep it across the 45 and runs out of bounds, knocked out of bounds forcibly
again
by Mack at the 47-yard line, well short of the first down. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Jeremy Mack and Kyron Drones they've met so many times in this game.
Under 6 minutes to play, and they're going to go on 4th down. A 4th and 5 from their own 47. Talked about the banged up offensive line for the Hokies. They haven't been able to get much going in the running game. Had spurts of success, but not enough consistency. That's a low pass on 4th down. It's incomplete.
A flag down as there's altercations on the opposite side of the field from where that was thrown.
Is that Tucker Holloway getting involved?
Yeah, it looked like he was tangled up with
Zach Hobson.
With Davion Green, I think. I didn't see what it was.
26.
That's what
Face
it was.
mask on the Monarchs, yeah.
26 is Justin Watts. Well, like the Hokies did for the Monarchs earlier, the Monarchs helped Virginia Tech to a first down.
That was just a wrestling match. Donovan Green, and they were, I think, even out of bounds or close to out of bounds, and they were 50 yards away from where that pass was thrown.
Now, would you call that a dumb play? Or is it a sort of it happened and you're battling and
I'm not even sure he got the face mask looking at the replay.
Green, the receiver involved. Here's Drones throwing across the middle, caught at the 33-yard line.
He may
That's Holloway there.
Got it early a little bit, and then I think he just pulled the jersey down.
5:13 turning clock, 2nd down and 5 for the Hokies from the 33. Drones throwing exclusively now. Now no one's in front of him. He'll tuck it, and he'll get taken down, sliding down at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Monarchs deep in coverage that time, and not a whole lot of pressure because everybody's in coverage, so they just takes it off.
4:49 to play. 45-13. Old Dominion leads Virginia Tech. It was 28-0 at halftime.
Gibson had to come off. His shoe was off. He was getting ready to play with only one shoe on.
Drones back to throw once again. Looking, forced out of the pocket. A lot of green in front of him, but he chucks it low. Incomplete. Boy, he had some room in front of him. Could have danced for days, but decided to sit that one out and chuck it. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Blitz coming. Forrest was in on him. Had a clean look, and Drones kind of made a good move to shake him, but it threw off any accuracy he had.
A workman-like performance from ODU football here tonight.
Pretty good coverage by Mario Easterly on the back end of that, too.
Monarchs knew they were taking on an injured animal in this Hokie program. But you still have to take care of business, do your job, and they did that to the tune of a 28-0 lead at halftime. Here's Drones to the near side, pass, caught, flags flying, touchdown scored. That's Green. A lot of hand fighting.
I think that's going to be on Watts.
Yeah.
He's going to be called for PI, and those two have been in a wrestling match this whole drive.
And that'll get it to 45-19 with 4:20 to play. Obviously, you decline the penalty.
Well, they've got, Crutchfield is on one corner, and then they got Watts on the other corner, so neither Alessandro nor Frink is in.
You're giving your twos an opportunity.
Well, there's a lot of ones out there, too, so it's kind of a mixed bag.
Ones out there, too. I like that. They'll go for two again with 4:20 to go. I'd get the hands team ready.
Yeah.
And Drones keeps it himself, and he's not going to get there. So the Monarchs stopped the two-point conversion attempt.
He faked the jet sweep, took it himself up the middle. They did not bite on it. Yeah, that was not a banner drive for Justin Watts on that one.
No. After the ball game here today, we'll have our Monarch football post-game show, which will include James Witham's interviews. And we'll talk about that and much more when we continue. 45-19 Monarchs on the ODU Sports Network. Hey, James, in the post-game, in your interviews, feel free to do what you need to do time-wise.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you're taking us into that celebration, and it's weird when you're doing it the way you have to do it. I totally understand that, but enjoy it and take us on a ride.
Can do. All right, you got it.
Did somebody just change jerseys?
No idea.
James, what did you just say?
James, did the referee just say something we need to hear, or is it just the usual gobbledygook?
I did not hear anything on my end.
Were you listening?
It's pretty loud because the band's playing, because I'm pretty close to the goal line right now. So I did not hear what he said.
And you're willing to repeat that in court?
I mean, I can.
I think he just said somebody changed jerseys.
Okay. Old Dominion 45, Virginia Tech 19, 4:20 to play here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Monarchs have never won in this building. Little history, ODU football-wise, here in southwestern Virginia this evening. Tonight's contest is presented by Mission Barbecue. Whether you're going to go to the stadium or you're going to watch the game at home, tailgate parties start at Mission Barbecue. Homemade and handcrafted, no freezers or microwaves ever. Call ahead or order online. They'll have your pickup packs ready before kickoff. Visit mission-bbq.com for more information. That's mission-bbq.com. Mission Barbecue, the American way.
So it's 19-17 here in the second half in favor of the Hokies. But that's every time they have put up numbers, scored, the Monarchs have answered.
Hands team out. Deepest guy on the return. Isn't very deep.
Now he's there as a safety.
Oh, now he's pulling back just a bit. Lowe will do a line drive off a Monarch. It should be recovered by the Hokies. Oh, the drill it into his legs and hope he's not thinking. They've done just that and recovered the onside kick. Tommy Ricard drilled it perfectly. Not sure who it hit.
I think it may have been Jeremy Mack. Who looked like he was diving towards it instead of diving out of the way of it.
So the Hokies will take over with 4:19 to go. 45-19.
Now, I just took a weird hop and caught him.
He didn't catch it. That was the design of the
I know,
play.
he wasn't trying to catch it. He just took a weird bounce. So
from the 46, still a 3-possession game, and that's going to be a false start on the Hokies as the Monarchs showed a little blitz, stepped into the area and freaked out the lineman, so he flinched, and they'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll do a 1st and 15.
Yeah, there's quite a few twos in here now. All three Jeremy Mack is in there, but Forrest is in there.
Still a 4-possession game.
Keyshawn Thomas, the other linebacker, in
case
there.
you're wondering these things. Here's Drones back to throw. And he comes near side, and the pass is going to be caught by Green, pushed out of bounds, and they'll stop the clock at the 46 of Old Dominion. Drones piling up some numbers here at garbage time. And I call it garbage time not because they don't have a chance to win, but because they aren't running the ball at all. And it's throw every down. And it's back to throw once again on a 2nd and 2, and Drones gets out of an attempted sack attempt and comes near side, and he's going to run out of bounds for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was Gibson who almost got his 3rd sack of the game.
3:49 to play in the ball game. Monarchs 49, Hokies 19.
He had 2 hands on him. Drones, we talked a little bit about it in the beginning. And don't forget, he's 230 some odd pounds. He's not a small guy.
3rd down and 3. Of course, this is 4-down territory. Monarchs can come up with another turnover. How about that? And you hand it off. And this is a 1st down, diving to the 34-yard line. Tyler Mason, the redshirt freshman from Mount Airy High.
Well, that was close, too. They almost hit the Monarchs with their own medicine there. Spread them out and gut them up the middle.
Heading toward the 3-minute mark.
Keyshawn Thomas got a hand on the foot, save a touchdown.
Drones picks up the low snap, looking, now going for it all near side. Has a couple of guys out there, and that's incomplete. A couple of Monarchs were there as well.
That was almost intercepted. It was
2:56 on the clock. 3rd and 10 coming up for Virginia Tech.
Jerome Carter was smelling his 2nd. Just couldn't quite hold on to it.
Hokies lost 24-11 in Atlanta to South Carolina. Last week on this field, they lost 44-20 to Vanderbilt, a team that was beating those Gamecocks at halftime. And tonight, they fell behind Old Dominion 28-0 at halftime. Now it's 45-19 with Drones looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. Great play there by Easterly.
Yeah, he got a hand on that just enough before the tight end could bring it into his body. That Whitfield again, I think.
So we mentioned the Monarch football postgame show. We'll hear from head coach Ricky Ronnie and what will be a jubilant Monarch locker room. A couple of players as well with James Witham. Richie's got to look at the scoreboard. We'll get you stats, and we'll get out of here with arguably the biggest road win in Monarch history. Drones back to throw. Pressured in the pocket, and he's going to go down at the 45-yard line. On 3rd down and 10, another high-val jacked up sack.
Jaleel Colbreth. And again, they went with a 4-down look that time. 4-down lineman, which is what they don't do a lot of, and it's just a simple stunt. It's an ET stunt on both sides. That's a hold.
Yeah, you got an off defensive hold.
It's going to wipe out that sack. But well-executed stunt up front.
And it's a automatic 1st down with 2:43 to go. This is all cosmetic now, folks. You aren't going to get 4 straight onside kicks. You aren't going to do – no, that's not going to happen. Lucy's not going to pull the ball away from Charlie Brown when he kicks it the next time. He's just not going to do it. All right, here's Drones running for his life once again. Look out, Kyron, to the far side, running, chased by Trinidad, throws it away.
That low snap cost him again. He had to look down. It took him a minute to pick it back up, and Forrest chased him halfway back to the 50-yard line.
One of the things that's fun about college athletics is win, lose, or draw, the bands are hanging in there doing their thing.
Well, they got 2 bands here.
They got 2 bands, and they're both still here in total, still playing. And for Hokie fans, you're probably thinking it's like that string quartet on the Titanic, but they're still playing, and I give them credit for that. And the Monarch Band does the same thing. The Marching Monarchs, they're there thick and thin, playing right throughout. Drones, 3rd and 10. Dumps the ball off. Pass caught at the 22. Immediately tackled. It was Holloway. Tucker Holloway, the redshirt junior from Andrews, North Carolina.
They said that's incomplete.
Incomplete. He dropped it.
All right.
It's another 4th down. If we can avoid giving them another first down on a penalty like we've done the last 2 4th downs.
2:28 to play in a 45-19 Old Dominion lead. Drones. Mason to his left. 2 wides to each side. Back to throw. 3rd and 10. Has a man. Pass caught by Green. Cuts inside to the 5. Now to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Virginia Tech.
Just a lot of protection. Not a whole lot of pass rush that time. They did send 4 after him, but
Drones looking far side now. Has a man. Pass caught. Mason. Touchdown. Virginia Tech. 1:56 to go. It's 45-25. So you recover the onside kick, and it's back-to-back touchdown drives for Virginia Tech to make this look like it was actually a ball game. Monarch football presented in part by Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists. They're proud to be the team physicians for the ODU Monarchs. Go where the athletes go. AtlanticOrtho.com.
yeah, essentially, you're making this look better. The stats are going to look better.
Love has never missed an extra point in his college career.
I see what you're doing.
He'll try for one right here.
It's a valiant effort.
But unsuccessful as the extra point was successful. 1:56 to go, 45-26. Back to Lane Stadium in a moment. Monarchs leading against Virginia Tech on the ODU Sports Network.
That was a good try. Okay, Roche is now wearing number 84. That's what that announcement is.
Come on. Great question. Richie's wondering about whether they take an 8.
Yeah. Well, they got to get the onside kick first.
Monarch fans, it's your home. Own it. Choose the team that's been lending with pride in the 757 for nearly 30 years. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group is the official mortgage company of ODU Athletics. 45-26, Old Dominion leads here at Virginia Tech. Again, a lot of fans left after the first quarter, more left at halftime. And this place is emptying out as we speak.
That drive wasn't easy. They converted twice on fourth down, one on a penalty, one on a good pass. And it took them like 9 plays. Now, 9 plays, 54 yards, and 2:33 off the clock.
Fans, the Surf Foundation hosts the Blue Out to Beat Prostate Cancer, presented by Urology of Virginia. They remind you that early detection saves lives. 1 in 8 American men will get some form of prostate cancer. The earlier it's identified, the better the rates of survival. We're honoring those survivors. We did last week against North Carolina Central, and we're asking you to please get screened. Help us beat prostate cancer at surffoundation.org. All right, here we go. Nothing screwy happening here except an onside kick. See if the Monarchs can execute a little bit better against this one. They try the drilling thing again, and it bounces right into the waiting hands of Roche.
He's now wearing number 84.
Who's now wearing 84. And he did that at the 20-yard line. And with 1:55 to go, the Monarchs have the football.
Now, either that's because his jersey got ripped or because Mario Easterly is on the special team on the hands unit. So,
or after the fumble, he just decided, listen, I got to burn this thing.
Well, he scored a touchdown like 3.
Very good. Good point. All right, Richie asked the question, does Ricky Ronnie take a knee and does Brent Pry take his timeouts?
Well, they're not lined up for a knee.
No, they are not. In the shotgun is Colton Joseph, who's gone all the way at quarterback in an impressive day indeed. Impressive day top to bottom for the Monarchs. He turns, just hands the football off to Traquan Jones, and he bounces off would-be tacklers and zigs and zags his way out to the 28-yard line. Hennikel at quarterback. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Andy.
Again, 2 hands on the ball no matter what you're doing.
Hargrove in the backfield with him to his left. 2nd down and 2. 1:17 turning clock. Nobody's calling timeouts here. So Hennikel probably just handed it to Catravion. And he just does just that. And there's a 1st down and much more across the 35 to the 39-yard line. The clock will stop while they move the chains in the final couple of minutes. And with 57 seconds to go, the chains are now in place. And tick, tick, tick. Monarchs are going to go to 2-1 this season. The Hokies will drop to 0-3.
All right, here's the victory formation here.
And a chant of ODU from the fans and the cheer squad that are here in Blacksburg. Monarchs will win here for the first time ever.
ODU chant.
Here's your
in
last
Lane Stadium.
Yeah. First time they played here, a 38-0 Hokie win. Not the case here this evening. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. It'll be interesting to watch head coach Brett Pry approach his friend Ricky Ronnie. Will this be his last game as head coach at Virginia Tech? We'll have to wait and see. Clock goes to zeros. History made in Blacksburg tonight, as for the first time ever, the Old Dominion football program comes here and leaves Southwestern Virginia with a victory. Final score, Old Dominion 45, Virginia Tech 26. How about it, Monarch Nation? Time for you to celebrate. Monarch football postgame show next on the ODU Sports Network. Live from Lane Stadium on the campus of Virginia Polytechnic Institute in Blacksburg, this is the Monarch Football postgame show. Old Dominion defeats Virginia Tech 45-26. Ted Alexander, Andy Michaud, James Witham, Richie Somerville, and you. And we're glad to have you along. Andy, major win for Old Dominion. They did what they needed to do in workmanlike fashion.
And they stayed focused the whole game. I mean, nothing. They didn't make any real huge mistakes. The couple that they did make, some of them they got away with. But it was just an overall dominant performance. You could say it. It was a dominant performance by Old Dominion.
The final score might not tell you that, but if you know the game or followed it, you know it was. Monarchs led 7-0 after 1, 28-0 after 2. And they win by a final count of 45-26.
Listen to the crowd over there. The
They're
Monarchs
making
are
their
headed
noise
back
for the
into
Monarchs.
the locker room. They're going through it. I mean, anyone wearing blue is in that corner, and they're all cheering. You can hear them across the field up here.
Arguably the biggest win on the road for the Monarchs in their history.
Oh, yeah, easily.
You beat the Power 4 guy who earlier this summer said, thanks, but we aren't going to come play at your place anymore. Now, while that decision in many ways was very logical and understandable, it was also bulletin board material for Monarch Nation. You don't want to play us? Of course you don't want to play us. We beat you. And tonight, they've beaten them again. 45-26, Old Dominion gets the victory. And we'll continue from Lane Stadium in a moment. This is the ODU Sports Network.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Really?
I noticed that on the monitor.
Nice, nice. Want to thank you for joining us. Andy, say good night to the folks there.
Good night,
thank
folks
you.
there.
No bowing. Just say good night.
Oh.
Congratulations. You were part of this one. Thank you for joining us. We'll do it again in 2 weeks from the home ballpark, and it'll be the Monarchs taking on Liberty. And for James down there and Richie over there and everybody here, thank you again. Good night from Blacksburg. Celebrate it, Monarch Nation. You beat Virginia Tech in their own building, 45-26.